Nobody knows. I'm so tired. I'm like shaking. Welcome to the classiest evening in the world. I don't know what's happening anymore. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fabulous. It's fucking cold. That's all I've got. I hate this. Why does winter exist? Nobody knows. It's a trash fuck. Need chapstick. 1 second. Anywho, what's up? What a late stream. I don't think I've ever gone live at the exact time I usually end before. That's kind of amazing. Welcome, everyone. The dry weather makes my mouth hurt. Animals are good and nobody died. Straight off the top, animals are good and nobody died. Biggest concern, totally avoided, we're good. But god damn did I wake up in a panic this morning. Let me fucking tell you. We have house heat. Like, we have, like, I don't know, your general vents that come out of the floor, whatever kind of heat. But it was so fucking cold last night that it wouldn't keep our house warmer than like 64 degrees. And all of my animals need like at least 68 degrees to live. To fucking live. Which, let's be real, why is my house less than 68 fucking degrees? Ah! I hate this place. Yes, I went to Lowe's this morning and fucking picked up a space heater. I could not, like, all of the nice ones that people were talking about, basically I had to order and wait a week or more for, and I could literally only have 2 days of negative weather, and then it's going to get to 50 degrees again. Like, I don't know where it's going, so I just went and bought one I just need one. I have to keep my house, like, not 64 degrees. Like, that's not okay. My dogs won't even go outside. My dogs have said, fuck it. You know? Like, what the fuck? I can't. My camera is low. Or high. What happened? I know what happened. I dusted my desk. Ignore the trash. How are you doing? I can't feel my hands. Fuck this weather. I'm so sad it canceled your concert, Rod. Like, I get it, but that fucking sucks. Calm the bitch down. That's not what I meant to do.
Did you take your joy today?
That's what I meant to do.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I just got one, Zoe, because I want to get like a nicer one. It's like this oscillating upright thing. It actually is working pretty well, though, to be honest. For $60, it's a pretty decent little space heater. It's heating this room, which is literally where all my animals are. And my reptiles, my snakes have heating pads. So I'm not necessarily worried about my snakes. They're fine. It's my geckos and spiders. You don't put heating pads on geckos and spiders because they don't need a heating pad. They literally live at, like, room temperature. Normal room temperature, not 64 fucking degrees. So that was a panic, but I'm good now and everybody's warm, and I only got one because I want to get a nicer one that's more efficient, but this is good. It's not plugged into a power, it's plugged into the wall alone. I learned yesterday you're not supposed to put space heaters into a power strip. I'm just letting you guys know. I learned. I listened. It's fucking cold. Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't mind being chilly. I'm the psychopath that we keep our AC on at nighttime while we're sleeping. Like, we have an AC that blows on us at nighttime all year round. I need my room to be freezing cold to sleep. There's nothing worse than a sweaty, hot bedroom. Ew. Fuck that. But I'm not a reptile or a spider. So, like, I can live, but they'll fucking die. Last winter, if you remember, I did lose one gecko to this weather. Ugh. 53 regularly growing up, do not miss that. That's kind of how I grew up too, because I lived in the basement. We had central air growing up. And so, like, the thermostat was in the middle floor of the house, and the thermostat basically judged whatever degrees around the thermostat it was, that's what the whole house would get spit at. So in the summertime, if a window was open and it was shining on that thermostat, the basement would just get blasted with AC, and I'd be down there, like, in a winter jacket and in a quilt, like, what is summer? Same. Biggin, what's your question? I mean, what's the question? I'm sure I myself, as well as others, will try. What circuit is the space heater on? Not the one my computer's on. I don't even know which one. They're all labeled really weird. Like, we basically just have to sit there and flip them back and forth to try to figure out which one's which because we don't, like, have rooms in our house. There's just, like, this weird wall put up in the middle of the big room, so that separates it, but my space heater's plugged into the circuit that our spare bedroom's on, technically. But it's all in the same room. Like, the outlets on that wall are a different circuit breaker than the outlets on this wall, and the outlets on that wall are a different circuit breaker. It doesn't make any sense. This house doesn't make any sense. It's so confusing. Oh, Mogu, been having a horrible time, decided to take an abrupt tea break. Oh, honey. You have to take an abrupt Can I ask why why you have to take an abrupt tea break? By the way, I washed my hair. Still looks pretty phenomenal. I just had to say that. I took a bath. I even took a bath. Like, I wasn't thinking. Last night after stream, I was so fucking cold. Like, I had no space heater. I could not get the house to be more than 65 degrees. And I just, like, I'm not, like, outwardly, like, my body, my mind isn't panicking, but my body starts to panic when I get cold like that because I can't get warm again, and I start to, like, get anxiety, like, I'm never gonna be warm again. So what I do is I literally boil myself in a bathtub. I fill the bathtub with the hottest water I possibly can get it to boil with, put in some Epsom salt, and get myself in it, and after 15 minutes, I can, like, raise my core temperature back to a normal person's core temperature, and, I forgot why I was telling you this. God damn it. It had to do with tea breaks. I don't remember. Shit. I took a bath because I was really cold. Oh, I took a bath because I was really cold and forgot that I had just dyed my hair. You should not get in a bath full of Epsom salt with brand new dyed hair. That's idiotic. Like, it's gonna take all the dye out of your hair. But I'm pretty impressed. There's some spots you can see where it's a little faded. But other than that, I mean, even the green lasted. It faded a little bit right there, maybe, but yeah, I just for those that like to dye their hair, it's Pulp Riot. I feel like I just have to give updates on it because you never know. If you've ever dyed your hair fun colors before, you know the struggle. You just never know how long it's gonna last or like what's gonna take it out of your hair. I've told you guys before. I've dyed my hair way back in the day. I dyed my hair red, and it washed 100% out in the first wash. I had ketchup piss color hair for quite some time. It was a bad time. I didn't like it. Don't look in the fucking camera. Just put the clip in with your feelings, Katie. Um, so yeah, this dye's holding up pretty well. You can definitely look at the blackhead roots though. Can you see that? I don't know if my camera focuses enough. I can see where my hair is growing out and it looks like my whole scalp is covered in blackheads because my hair's black. I hate it. Oh my God, Lizzie, I literally just woke up from a dream where I sent you a TikTok of Miss J. Alexander coming out as non-binary, and you said don't send me links, I'm streaming. What? And I woke up and you went live. It is a weird time. So Lizzie, basically, oh, wrong side. It's just still fucking freezing cold. Like we got pummeled with snow and we're like, I don't know if you saw my tweet this morning. It wasn't a joke tweet. That's literally what my phone did. So if you have Android, I think is what it's Android, right? I have Android. Instead of Siri, you have Katie. Use your feelings. Don't look in the camera. Um, you have Bixby instead of Siri, and you can make your alarm on your phone. Your like Bixby just wakes you up with like news for the day or whatever. And I set my alarm so it's random every day. Like sometimes it's Bixby, sometimes it's music because I can't have the same thing waking me up every day. I won't wake up anymore, and I'll start to get like PTSD to that sound. To this day, there are some Apple iPhone ringtones that will make my skin crawl because they were my alarm for so many years. So this morning, Bixby decided to wake me up, and I shit you not, my alarm, it's just her voice, and it goes, "Good morning. The temperature outside is -15 degrees with a high of -5." I turned my alarm off and went back to bed. That is not the way to start a day. Fuck that. In the ass. No. Hi, Sammy, my love. How are you doing? Income. Oh, fuck, dude. I get that, though. It's important to have a roof over your head. I get that. Hello, Lorelai. It still looks pretty good, right? Yeah. I was impressed. Oh, Mogu. I get that. I totally get that, man. Maybe for like, I don't know. For Easter, ask for weed. I don't know. That fucking sucks, though. I totally get it. I've been trying to find I've been trying to find work, and thanks to BS that I dealt with Amazon, my last job. Oh God. I'm so sorry Amazon was your last job. I can sympathize. That is fucking terrible. I'm so sorry. That it's horrible what Amazon has done to people. It's literally given people like PTSD. Not the best of wake up blurbs from Bixby. No, as you should, self-care. I mean, honestly, my body just was like, no. Like, if it's colder, then no. I just can't function. Like, there's not enough layers of clothes in the world to keep me warm in that weather. Oh my God. In Mosnia, what does that feel like? I think the coldest weather I've literally ever been in is like maybe -20. Maybe. Like, I've been to Canada in the wintertime, and I think it was -21. That's the coldest I think I've ever been in, and my eyes felt sticky. Like, blinking hurt, but I don't think your eyes freeze at -20. I think it's gotta be -40 for your eyes to freeze. Dude, Lizzie, and that's, like, honestly, agreed. I'm the type I can't stay in bed. Like, I can't sleep in. The moment I wake up, whether it's with an alarm or not, it's like my brain turns on immediately. And I swear to God, I don't have a moment in the morning where I'm like, "Ooh, I'm waking up." It's just like, "What time is it? How much time do I have before stream starts? What do I need to get done?" And I just immediately start, and I can't turn that off. And if I force myself to stay in bed, normally, I just will get anxious. Like, I'll make myself sick. I'll start to get heart palpitations. I'll start to sweat. It's really weird. I've tried to sleep in my whole life. It's impossible. I'm not a sleep-inner I'm not a sleeper. I just don't like to sleep. Let's be honest. I wish I could give it up. Sleep feels great, but like I don't want to have to do it, you know? What up, Viata? Yes, I went out to Lowe's and got myself a little $60 fucking space heater and literally turned it up as high as it could go, and I've just been blasting it in this room all morning. I have every light on, like all my lights in the house on, just trying to warm it up. It was very scary, but I didn't lose anybody, thank fuck. All my animals are okay. That's the biggest concern. But thank you for coming and hanging out, all of you, even though it's super late, I know, but like we can pretend. I love sleeping feels great. I just wish I didn't need it because I feel like I could get so much done. I could get so many things done if I didn't get tired. I ducked into businesses on the walk home to warm up. No shit. I broke down and bought Long Johns. No shit. Me sending you links. Can you not send me links? Dude, can you imagine? What would my stream even be if we didn't look at links together and laugh at stupid things? I don't even know. Ew, I don't like to think about that. I don't know what this is. Hold on. But I like this person's dress. It's pretty. Oh, why did that get loud? Where did that sound come from? Fuzz sounds out of nowhere.
So what's your name?
Whoa, that's loud. Sorry.
Emily? Like Emily Watson?
Like Emily James.
Hey, how often do you cut your hair?
Never.
Never?
No, I do porn.
Oh.
Yeah.
What type of scenes do you do?
Transgender.
Wait, what?
Are you a trans?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you messing with me?
I'm for real. I have a whole
Ah, damn.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
So what's your name?
Emily.
What? She's my hero. I'm gonna cry. She's my hero. I love her. Zoe, where did you fuck? I have a whole penis. I love her. I want her dress. She's fucking gorgeous. Side note, but that. I love it. It's been going viral on trans Twitter. I wonder why. Fuck, I love her. Oh, I do porn. I've got a whole, can I, I know, as opposed to I love her. It's just, I love her. Thank you for giving me a new hero in this world. Shall we cheers to that? Let's cheers to that fucking bitch. What a fucking straight up hoe. I can't. That was just great. Cheers. Cheers to them. That's beautiful. Zach got me weed, by the way, while I was in the shower yesterday. And it's good. Oh no. Holy shit! Zeke's the fucking goat, my dudes. It is Method Man. This is a Wu-Tang Clan mix. A phonics mix of the Wu-Tang Clan. It's really good though. I dig this mix a lot. Sorry if it's really loud. I just realized it was kind of high. Good morning, DJ Daddy. How you doing, honey bean? The Sailor Scouts? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Stop autoplaying. I hate you so much. Oh. Glut. What? Kinger, wait, did you not see the first? Wait. Glut, do you have the first video? Does anyone have the first video? Or know where we could find it? I don't even know what to Google to find it. If you haven't seen the first one, I feel like we need to introduce you to this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't want to spoil it. This song's amazing, and we were just talking about it, so I'm not going to cut the song off. I'm going to play them. But if anybody knows how to find the first video of these wonderful dancing people, I don't think... I'm just going to look in suggested videos. It's not even in the suggested, which is so fucking irritating. Oh, me too, Kinger. Sailor Moon was, I think, the first anime I ever saw in my entire life. Big obsessed with Sailor Moon. Like, my whole life. Big fan. And this, I don't know. I just kind of want to show it to you. I kind of want to say nothing and show it to you. Oh my God, Glut. I was just going to try to Google it. Oh, fuck, he found it. God damn it. You're my superhero. Thank you. Oh, wait, stop it. Stop autoplaying. Stop it. I will set you on fire and not feel bad. Don't do that to me, motherfucker. I want to be inside the thighs. These dancers easily have the most beautiful legs I've ever seen in my life. I am so insanely jealous of thick-ass bitches who seem to lack cellulite and have all this wonderful, like, definition. What the fuck did you do to God? Did you blow Jesus? Like, I don't get it. I'm moving screens. Don't worry. I'm getting it. It's so good. You're just gonna piss your pants. Vissy, my love, so Vissy, do you remember the Sailor Scouts dance? There's a part 2 and they found Sailor Moon. The funniest part is that when this part 1 came out, what was the one that everyone was like, wait, where's Sailor so-and-so? It was Sailor Moon that was missing, but the comments on this video were all like, where's Sailor Venus or something? And it was hilarious because Sailor Venus is in it. Like, right there. She's right there. Sailor Venus is in it. Sailor Moon was the one missing, but every comment was like, where the fuck's Sailor Venus? I don't get this. It was fucking hilarious. That was the best part of this video. Okay, before the next song starts, stop it. Stop it. Okay, Glut warned me. It's loud. We're going to watch the first one first. I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to see how loud this is. Okay, this one's not too bad. Just enjoy. I don't know what else to say. These are, I want to be them in, apparently there's a part 3. Wait, what order do I play them in, Glut? Is this part 2 or which one's part? Doesn't matter. Shit, I think we played them out of order. Oh, so the one we just watched was part 2. Okay. You know what? I don't think anyone's sad to watch these again, right? Because they're phenomenal. And do you see what I mean by legs? Do you see what I mean? It's not fair. I swear to God, a gust of wind goes by and I fucking like a pond surface. What the fuck? Anyways, the more Harlem Shake got big, people would, it just got too big. It was way funnier when it was people just using what they had to do a funny video out of nowhere. That was... It just says the original army version, but who? What military? That's not our military. I don't think. Does anybody recognize what branch that is? I just want to recognize and give respect where respect is due. I don't know. I have no idea. But that was a funny one. Yeah, I love those videos. Anyway, sorry. I just had to, yeah. Let's watch part 3. I've never seen this number. Heels. Let alone attempt any of that. Whatever that is. Walking in heels looks like I have a straight up fucking injury. I got nothing. They're fantastic. They're so fucking talented. Thank you for, what the fuck? She's definitely in higher heels. I'm pretty positive those are higher. Oh my god, can you imagine Bobelicious? Would you think he'd let me do that? It's that little, like, pop thing they did with their little bow. Want something funny or traumatizing? Yes. Is that the wrong answer? I have to pull music back up because I accidentally got rid of it when pulling up fucking Harlem Shake. It's amazing that I remembered the words Harlem Shake. Can I just say that? You guys know how shitty my brain is. Like, I can't remember what the fuck, who I am. But I pulled Harlem Shake out my ass. Sure, Katie. Sure. That makes sense. That would be funitizing. I'd like something funitizing. I can't say I can't dance. I feel like I've got I've got like a cheater body for dancing because I've got a big ass and long legs. So I can mostly just like wiggle and pull something off that looks like not like a seizure totally. But I don't like have, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I got nothing. It's basically like dry humping on a standing, kind of, right? I'm a klutz and I feel like my body's actively trying to kill me, so putting heels on dangerous. Yes. I've never fallen over in heels, but it's just like, I don't know how in order to, I think this is the trick. In order to do anything in high heels and look not like you're falling over, like you have a terminal injury or something, is you basically have to put 0 weight on the heel. Right? Like, none of the body weight can be on the heel. The heel of your foot. You walk on your tiptoes all night and basically hover above that heel. Because if you put any weight on that heel at all, that's when you start looking like a horse trying your best. I think that's the trick, and it's horrific. Just imagine walking on your tiptoes all night long. But you've got a shoe that's, like, totally misleading you. I don't know. I think that's got to be it. Because I've had to wear heels a couple times. I've been in a few weddings. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, I've been in a few weddings where I was forced. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Is this funitizing? Is this funitizing? I feel like the circles under my eyes look really big today. Oh, well. Is this funitizing? Because I haven't even played it and I'm funitized. Right, Vissy, but like I feel like some, it's like an accessory that's been eliminated from me. Like, sometimes I can't think of like, for you and I wearing dangly earrings. Those are out now. Because we stretch these shits. I don't have plugs in, please ignore me. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of the, like, some outfits I think would look really cute with heels. And, I'm eliminated. I'm eliminated from that party. And that, because I just can't pull it off. Like, I look crazy when I walk in heels. But I've definitely had to do it. I think I've shown you the picture. I have it on my Facebook, ancient picture. I was in my friend Katie's wedding. And her maid of honor was so fucking stage fright nervous that she asked me to do the toast that a maid of honor would normally do. And I was like, sure, I'll do that. I've known Katie for a while. We were RTs together. And so she had me be a bridesmaid. I'm no shit. We were in pink tube mini dresses, like powder pink mini dresses, but they were like Grecian looking, like, crumply material with a super tight shit right here. And then, meh. But I swear to God, if anyone sneezed, you would have seen my puss. And then we had to wear 6-inch stiletto gold heels. Strappy fucking shits. No, there is no support in a strappy 6-inch heel whatsoever. You walk on your tiptoes, and we had to stand on the stage. I have a couple pictures of it. But then after they wed, we everybody goes and gets a drink or something and then comes back for toast, I guess. I don't know. Weddings confuse me. And I went and just gargled 3 glasses of wine real quickly. And y'all know I don't drink. So I went and did my toast drunk. And I ended up taking my shoes off in the middle of my toast and just ending my toast with, Katie's pretty great. I don't wear heels for just anybody. But I said fuck somewhere in there. I've never forgot it. It still gives me anxiety to this day thinking about it. Like one of those moments that will haunt me right before I'm going to sleep. Like, oh, you said fuck. But I have stage fright too. I just wasn't gonna. It's someone else's wedding. Like, I'll fucking do it for you. Whatever. Powder pink. I mean, I swear to God, it covered me from nipple to vagina. It was tiny. But everyone else in the wedding party was Filipino. Very tiny, very petite. And here's me like, hi. Of blow pops? Oh my God, it kind of does. Wait. Oh, you know what my hair reminds me of? You just made me think of this real. Did you ever get those this looks dirty, push pops? But not the popsicle. It was like a sucker push pop. Kind of looked like a lipstick. And sometimes they were like sour apple and blue raspberry and they were 2 different colors. That's what it looks like. You just made me think of that. Maybe also an ice cream or something though. It looks like candy. I totally get it. I thought it looked like a Jolly Rancher poop, but I like it in a good way. Like a good Jolly Rancher poop. Dude, Doc Martens, man. I used to have a pair way back in the day. Gwendolyn Christie, my heroes. You were dressed up as pigs in a blanket? I mean, aren't pigs in a blanket? Wouldn't that mean that the tan was on the outside? Because the dress was pink. Was like powder pink. So maybe like a hot dog in a blanket that a little kid peeled and didn't want to eat anymore. Maybe that one. I swore repeatedly during a presentation at uni once. Dude, you sweat, right? That's how I feel about it. And my girl Katie is more foul than I am. If you can even imagine that. She is filthier than I am. Her and I are good friends. We actually became RTs at the same time. Her a little bit before me, and she was actually my preceptor. But she was a bikini pit dealer in Vegas for years. And y'all know Vegas, and we've been there a bit. And we became friends that way. And then, she was like, I don't want to be anorexic and have to be in a bikini every day dealing anymore. Like, I want to do something else. And that's why she went to RT school. So we've known each other for a while, but she is filth. So her mom, works in the prison system. No, not anymore. They retired, but used to work in the prison system or something. We all know how we feel about that. They're really nice people, though. But I'm just giving a background on their filth. Their filth. But they're, rich filth. So, everyone there looked really nice and put together, and I didn't hear any cussing at the wedding. And so, they're probably fine. It's probably a funny memory for all of them, but for me, it's just I ruined the wedding. I ruined everything. I took the toast, ruined everything. Oh, and on top of that, I think I've told you guys this too. This part. I had an iPhone at the time, and it was like a first or second generation. It was way back in the day. And, you could turn your iPhone and it would flip the screen. And that was a huge feature of these new touchscreen phones. But there was no lock screen yet. So now you can stop your phone from doing that automatically. That used to not exist. It would just turn no matter what. So I had written out my entire toast on my phone in the notes section because I figured I could keep my phone in my titties and pull it out for the thing. And because I talk with my fucking hands, as Vissy's bruised body can attest to. I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. I would read a couple lines and then, memorize the next 2 and read them and talk with my hands. And every time you do this, it would scroll the entire toast all the way back to the top. And I would have to sit there and scroll and look at it, a little intoxicated, three glasses of wine in 1 minute, try to find my spot. So halfway through the toast, I said, literally, that's when I said, fuck this. Katie's pretty awesome. I don't wear high heels for just anybody. And I took my shoes off and stomped off the stage. It was a good toast, too. I spent a really long time writing it. I'm not bitter. You are. I shouldn't be in weddings. Let's watch the fear funny thing. That's funnier to think about than anxious mistakes we've made in our life. Point A, and then there was a point triangle. And I don't know I like it, but I just, like, I'm, like, when you die, can I have your internet history, please? I want to make it into a book. I think it would be interesting. You are glad. I'm not calling you out. I'm seriously curious. I get weird shit every once in a while too. Do you want to know something I got on my fucking Instagram today? You guys know, I don't like, I look at all the TikToks my friends send me, but I don't really like do the TikTok thing because I don't want to fuck with the algorithm, deal with another like being fed bullshit. But I've been on Instagram for ages, so it just gives me like frogs and spiders and art, basically, and makeup. Like that's all I get on there because I've been on it so long. That's what I like and post and whatever. And this morning, I'm just like scrolling the discovery page. Thank you for that follow, Captain. I'm like scrolling the discovery page and I'm getting these like videos. Man, I don't know how to describe it. I think they're like pro anorexia videos. They're literally just skeletal women in the mirror sucking in and stroking their thin gut. And I just started getting like that was it. And I was like, oh, Instagram's off for the day. What the fuck is this? Is this like and it wasn't recovery. Like I clicked a few to make sure. Like I'm into mental recovery and recovery stories. It was not recovery. It was fucking creepy. I don't know where that came from. So like, you never know. Sometimes you get a treat and sometimes you get, no, whatever that is. Please tell me there's a contingency plan for someone thing to delete your search history. To be honest, I have no idea how I got these videos, but it took like 3 to 4 before I wasn't creeped out. I feel that. Is it called body checking? Pro anorexia. That's what it felt like. I mean, that's what they were. They were tagged like there's like tags for that shit, like body dysmorphia kind of tags, like not body dysmorphia, body eating disorder tags, like pro mia is pro anorexia, pro bulimia. Pro mia. It's how they get around like, safety features on these sites. Which is crazy because it's not like I've ever searched these tags and I know exactly what the fuck they are. They know what tags they could block and they don't block them. I don't know how the fuck I got fed that shit on Instagram this morning, though. It made me very nervous. But Instagram is owned by Facebook, and Facebook's a monster, so that probably would explain a lot. I got my ashtray. It's behind my monitor. What up, Silver? How are you? Yeah, it was sad. I mean, honestly, it's like at first I was grossed out, and then I just get really sad. Like it's really, really dark. The eating disorder, pro eating disorder community on the internet is a very, very, very dark place full of very young girls, and it's so fucking predatory and disgusting, and I'm highly aware of it, but god damn, dude. To get that out of nowhere, I had searched nothing. I was literally scrolling the discovery page of like spiders and bugs, and it came out of nowhere. It's sad, very sad. Here's one of my favorite creators. Hold on. Shogun? Oh, pause. Okay, hold on. I packed a bowl. Let me move this so I don't knock it over. With my talking hands. Cheers. Ooh, what kind of sushi did you get? I ordered new filters for my filter, by the way. I moved it because I dusted my desk. But, my filter, I have new filters in the mail, but obviously weather, who knows. But that'll be exciting because I want my weed to taste good again. Hello, Mermy, my love. How are you? Yeah, they don't hide it at all. It's very sad. Hi, Moose. How are you? Oh, yeah, the new weed I got. I got another, like, $60 bag of a $60 ounce because poverty. But it's fantastic. It's really strong. It's still just classics, but the strain is Cindy White, which I love. Cinderella strains and white strains, both those, anything with those two names in them tend to be really nice sativa strains. I like them. It says 28 grams of Cindy White. It says it's a sativa, allegedly. It says the total THC is 27.01%. Crazy high, right? It was literally the highest THC concentration in the shop that day, and it's literally the cheapest weed they had. It's crazy. Wild. Cindy White, though. It's good strain. I like that stuff. Ooh, are you liking your Rogue? What level are you at now? Had to roll in 4x4 to the farm back today. Was crazy. Jesus. Just back, like, did you have to do anything? Damn. Were they plowed? Were the roads plowed at all? Fuck yes. Yeah, I ordered 2 whole packs of the filters. I did the same, honestly, just because of the time of year it is. And then I did like a subscription because this time of year, it's such a hit or miss whether or not we're going to get our mail because of this fucking crazy weather we get. I'd rather just get like too many at once and then have the subscription for the filters. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I moved mine. I had it right here. Oh, it's on the other side of my monitor. Hold on. I'll grab it and I'll show you. They're these really cool filters that basically like help filter out just a little bit more of the crap. You know, the crap that we're not absorbing in our lungs and shit like that. And I really like it. Ugh. I know it's back here. I saw it. Bitch. Oh, there it is. There's the bitch. Dusty as hell. I dusted everything today while I was anxiously heating up my house. These things, they're by Moose Labs. And Vissy got this for me for Christmas. And I already went through all my filters, but I just ordered some. But essentially, like, they help just, you know, the scum that can build up in your mouth. This is essentially the same thing that's building up in your bong as you smoke all day. It kind of helps eliminate a little bit of that. And in my opinion, it makes your weed taste better. Oh, thank you, Glut. Moose labias. 63. Fuck, dude. Holy shit. That's amazing. That's amazing. How is leveling? Is leveling pretty quick these days? Or do you still just have hotspots where it's pretty easy to just like go and grind for a bit? Because I remember back in the day, it was pretty hard to get through those the first like 25 levels were easy, but after that, fuck, dude, it was like grinding your nose skin off. You got stuck in Portland, Oregon? No shit. Because of the snow? You know what's funny? The only time I ever drove to Portland, Oregon, I drove from Seattle. And you have to go over like a little mini mountain pass to get from Seattle to Portland. Because Portland's not on the water. It's kind of like inland a little bit, which is weird and kind of misleading. And it started snowing out of nowhere. And I was driving like my little Mazda Miata. My Mazda 3, whatever. Not Mazda Miata, Mazda 3. The Mazda 3. Miata? I'm not that cool. A little Mazda 3. But it was a stick shift, thank fuck. But seriously, I thought I was going to die. Like, I remember I would check in on my Facebook app on my phone anytime I could because I swore I was going to slide off this road on this mountain pass and die because I was completely alone, middle of the night. Like, I was literally just doing an overnight random drive to go visit a friend that went down there. Very scary. Very scary. And I'm not scared of snow. Like, I took driver's ed in snow. Shit doesn't scare me, but that was scary. Unplowed mountain snow, that shit's fucked. Had to stay with a friend because I would have been stuck on I-5 all night. Oh, is I-5 fucked? You got no warning? No shit? Because they're saying, like, literally there was a blizzard warning for LA yesterday. And you guys had nothing? I'd give the roads a B-. Nice. Top speed 45, but the further out from town I got, the worse roads got. Yeah. Farm is BFE, rural Michigan. Yeah. Is it, like, slushy or just, like, you know, better have four-wheel drive? 4 low going 5 mile an hour. Yep. That's exactly like... I don't live in the country by any means. I'm like in a little suburban neighborhood, but just because I'm literally a block outside city limits, we don't get plowed, and it's the same. If I didn't have a Jeep, I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Oh, no shit. Leveling's pretty quick now. They nerfed it pretty hard. Boosts are $60. Yeah, fuck that. Holy shit. At least they made it easier to level, though. Oh, no shit. So do you drive over that? Do you know what pass I'm talking about, Chesh? Does it have a name? I'm assuming you probably drive over it regularly if you are driving that exact drive from Vancouver to Portland, because I think it was like, it's not like a major mountain pass, but it was definitely, I think there was actually, you know, I think there was a ski lift. It's been a while. I don't remember. I think there was a ski lift. We were told it's supposed to snow overnight. Started snowing early and no one was prepared. 11 inches? I don't want that much cock or snow in my life. Jesus fucking Christ. You got more than us. That's insane. Wow. Yeah, that's insane. In Portland, that's how much you got? I'm not like doubting you. I'm just clarifying. That's crazy. I've never heard of Portland getting that much. In my lifetime of living in Washington State on the West Coast, on the East Coast, we get summer. Or I mean on the East Coast, on the east side of the state, we get snow every winter. But on the West Coast, very rarely. And like Trish said, a dusting, if anything. Granted, a dusting literally shuts the entire world down. But it was like a Thanksgiving weekend when I was in college. We got slammed like over a foot of snow out of fucking nowhere. It was crazy. And the whole world shuts down because no one knows. And I was up in Bellingham. If you're familiar with Bellingham, Washington, it's like this. Every block is this shit. So trying to drive around that city with a foot of snow, it was just hell. It was a hellscape. It was so bad. Kozu, have a beautiful day, Honeybean. Thank you for coming by and saying hi. I apologize for having a stream literally 7 hours later than normal. Hi, Taco. How are you, love? Moose labia was an intrusive thought I wanted to share. Oh my god. Hold on. I have a Reddit post I need to show you if it's still there today. You just reminded me of it, and it's so fucking funny. It was on, like, the front page, which I never go to the front page. I have my own. Like, if you use Reddit, you know what I mean. You can, like, have your own homepage where, you add your own subreddits. They're going to show up there, or you can just look at the general homepage, which is a scary place, and I don't go there. But this morning, I was anxiously trying to warm up my house and pacing, so I looked at it, and the funniest fucking post, I don't know if it's going to be the front page anymore, though. Oh, no. I wonder if I can find it. It was a girl posted a picture of her sister in her new Lululemon leggings, and they added, like, a crotch patch to the crotch of the leggings instead of just having, like, a seam go up your asshole, I guess. And it looks like fucking labias hanging out of the leggings. It is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, and I really want to show you. It's Lululemon, right? That's actually, I think I'm saying it wrong every day. I hope I wonder if they took it down. It was so fucking funny. I cried. Oh, I don't see it. Fuck. Hold on. Sort. Can I sort by hot? Show me the hot ones. Because that one's got it. It was just, it's the funniest. It's so fucking, it's just like, fuck. I just Googled the strangest things, but we'll see where it goes. Nope, that's not happening. I'm not going to find it. It was pretty funny. If anybody finds it on Reddit, feel free to share the link. I don't even know where my phone is to try to find it. Oh, wait. I really need you guys to see it. I need you guys to laugh at things like this with me because I feel like sometimes I have the worst sense of humor in the world. Ugh. It can't be that bad, right, though? Or could it? Why didn't I save it? When I see things like this that I want to show you guys, I really should save it. But I'm just not smart enough. I think I tell myself to save it and then vehemently ignore myself. Damn. I don't know. I can't find it. I'm very upset. Is it? I'm like fully packed. I burned a corner. I'm totally ready. Viata said 7 minutes till my 420, which we never hit. I should set an alarm for it, to be honest, but I'm usually never live. Weird late night streams. Damn, I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna sit here and try to find it forever. If you find it, share it. It's funny. Anyways. Is that the new space heater behind me? Nope, that's an air purifier. Space heater is... Can I turn this? Will it fuck anything up? Nope, it's too far over. It's like this little, like, vertical little standing space heater, but I have it over by the dogs because they're cold. They were like I can tell when the dogs are cold because normally when they lay out on the couch, they like sprawl, like limbs all over the place, dicks out. But when they're cold, they squirrel. I call it the squirrel. They can spin and curl up into this little tiny little ball that is so tiny it looks like a baby squirrel curled up in a ball. And they've been doing that on the couch all day, so I put the heater on them for now. It's bouncing off the wall and I'm getting some of the heat, but I'd rather my animals be comfortable. I just feel so bad. It's so cold in here. You got your first ear infection in your life? How? Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Fuck that. Ouch. Oh my God. Did you just find it? Stop it, Zoe. Are you my hero? It was deleted. The post was deleted. Yep. That's it. The post was deleted. I bet the girlfriend was sad that her labias were on the internet. Sad. It was deleted. Bummer. Well, it was funny. Damn. That sucks. I used to get ear infections a lot as a kid. Ears and sinuses are all connected, so every time I got a sinus infection and vice versa, it always went both ways. So, especially my right ear for some reason, I used to get them all the time when I was a kid. Welcome to, I mean, is this like getting chickenpox? Do we have a party for Vissy? Do we need to have a party? Like a quinceañera, but it's like a ear infection yera? Just ignore me. That was weird. Yours was your right as well? It was horrific. Oh my God, ear infections are so bad. I don't know why it was my right ear, though. I have no idea. Maybe my right's fucked up. It's your right? What the shit? Maybe, I wonder if that's like the side of us, or the side of our body we sleep on or something like that. Is it your whole ear hurts? I haven't had an ear infection since I was a kid. I can't even, oh my God. Oh, owie, owie, owie. I am so sorry. Myron, how are you, love? I just have so much sympathy for you. Dude, I have chills thinking about it. When I was a kid, I used to get them, and I don't know why, what's the phenomenon with this, but for some reason, the ear infection would hit at nighttime, usually while I was sleeping. I don't know, like, I'd usually have a cold, previous, and then in the middle of the night, I would wake up at, like, 1 or 2 in the morning just with that fucking throbbing ache in my ear. But I was terrified to ever go in my parents' bedroom because she was either with my original dad, who was a raging alcoholic and super mean, or she was with my stepdad, and they were probably naked, and I just could not suffer that ever again. So I just have so many memories of waking up in the night with this earache, and I would literally, like, the way that our upstairs was my parents' bedroom door was, like, right next to the stairs that went downstairs to the rest of the house, and I would sit at the top of the stairs right next to their bedroom door and just cry until she heard me. And sometimes she did, and sometimes I'd just pass out on the stairs and she'd find me the next morning, like, holding my ear. It was a weird time, but dude, the ache, I'm so sorry. I wish I had any, like, dude, what do you even do about that? Is it better to keep it dry, probably? I was gonna say take a steamy shower, like a hot bath or something, but I think they want you to keep it super dry, right? Sorry, it's really quiet, I just realized. That's on me. Oh, yep, it's all that's dude, seriously, Vissy, the past, like, that last I don't know how many I don't know, I, like, blackout, however many weeks ago when I took, like, 4 days off because my fucking teeth and shit were just that's it. It didn't go to my ears, thank fuck, but whenever I get that sinus infection, when I know it's hitting, like, my eyes hurt, I start getting weird glow bugs, I start feeling lightheaded, all of a sudden, my jaw and my teeth, literally, I can feel my heartbeat in every single one of my mouth bones, and I can't talk, I can't chew on anything, like, I just sit here like this. I literally that's actually a good tip, though. If you find that you're clenching your jaw while you're sleeping because of this, you will like, your body's doing it subconsciously. I love this. Like, when I'm sitting at my computer, stick my tongue between my teeth, and it stops me from clenching. Because when you've got that weird swelling going on from all the weird nonsense happening, you'll clench just subconsciously. It can because the clenching's not good. It's not good for you. I don't know why our body wants us to do it, but it's not good. So preventing it's a good idea. I'm so sorry. That shit's the worst. Oh, did you finally get some? Oh, shit. Fucking A, dude. Myron, stop it.
Can I get a hail the dank lord? Fuck.
Dude, did you pack it? Did you get the ones that are pre-packed, or did you, like, get the ones with the little stick plunger and you, like, fill it? And I love them. They're so nice, and they burn so well. I don't know why anyone uses anything else, because they don't. Is it 420? Oh my God, did we make it? Oh my God, it's my 420! Actually, happy 420, bitches. Cheers, bitches. Yes, cones are all right. I find if I pack a cone, like if I'm gonna smoke a cone, I have to make it a spliff, like add tobacco to it, or I have to like pack it like not tightly at all. Like it has to be so like almost shakeable, like you could hear it almost. You know, not seriously because it would just fall out, but almost because otherwise I feel like either the paper burns insanely faster than the weed or it canoes. Inevitably, I get a canoe every fucking time. I don't know what it is. Like, I just think the paper burns faster than the weed or something, or my weed's too good. I don't fucking know. But those King Palms, they tend to burn as slow as the weed. Like, they burn real slow. And you can pack them with so much, you can, like, put them out like a cigar, you know? Knock off all that nasty shit, put them to the side, smoke them again. Thank you, Cocky, for the biddies. Happy 420, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me on this rare, strange evening stream. I appreciate y'all being awesome. I just get so anxious about my animals. I feel like if I've got things under my care, I got to take care of them. And they were cold. We were all cold. I was cold too, but I'm not that important. I did, Nick. I went out to Lowe's and got one. I looked at a bunch of people, like, mentioned some really fucking awesome ones on Twitter, which I'm still looking at. I'm still considering all of them. But none of them were, like, an overnight ship from Amazon, of course, because they're nice. And they're, like, long-standing heaters and shit like that. The thing about Colorado is, like, in a week, when they say they're going to be delivered, we could have 60-degree weather and it's going to be useless. Like, Colorado, I need it, like, today before my animals die. Like, my animals can't wait a week to not be freezing to death. So I went and got, like, you know, a mid-grade. It's like a $60. It's a DeLonghi? That's a weird one. I don't know. It was a mid-grade just to keep us alive. To keep us alive. Yeah, canoeing, and that's the thing though, Lizzie, if it's a cone, you didn't roll it. It's a cone. So, like, either you're packing it terribly, like, but, you know? I don't know. I think my weed's too sticky and fresh, honestly. Like, Colorado weed is just fucking phenomenal. Sometimes the legal weed is truly, it's just great. King Palms are great, man. When Eliza was here, we actually tried some of the flavored ones, however. I wouldn't. Don't ruin your weed. They're weird. No one needs fruit punch flavored weed. Hello, Gaming and Tacos. I'm doing pretty good. Now that I know my animals are warm and safe, I'm much less anxious. I'm, like, literally, my dudes, for the past, before I started streaming today, the 6 hours before that, I was just this. Just walking around staring at all my animals, going like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Please don't freeze to death. Please don't. I am so sorry. Just, like, panic. Because it was really cold. Really cold. But I feel a lot better now. And I'm high, which is great. Happy 426, y'all, for those who didn't pack, and cheers. My 426, which we never get. What's a cone? Do I have one nearby me? I don't think I have any. It's basically a crutch, like a little cardboard, you know, the little cardboard filter that comes in a pre-rolled joint or whatever. It's a crutch with a perfect cone of rolling paper attached pre. And it usually has a little stick in it that keeps it from, like, crumpling in the box or whatever. You pull the stick out, and what I do is I literally scoop the weed out of my grinder and plunge it down with the stick. And the stick is so you get a nice, even, like, pressing all the way up the joint. You know what I mean? So it's not, like, super tight in some areas, super loose in other areas. But I've recently seen that some people literally put the crutch in their mouth and suck the weed up into the joint. I don't think crutches have enough of a filter for that to be effective. You're gonna get some weed on your mouth. Ew. Not a fan. But yeah, it's basically like an empty blunt. Or not a blunt, because it's not tobacco. But you know what I mean? Like an empty joint that you just get to fill. But there's no overlapping of the paper or anything because you didn't roll it yourself. So it's like, yes, exactly. Exactly. Without the substance. And then you get to fill it with theoretically whatever you want. Yeah. Wally said if we ever did the whole buy land and build a couple houses on it, we would make sure to build a stony. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I imagine us having lots of secret tunnels and secret doors. I get anxious and I start picking at my hands thinking about it. I've always wanted a house with lots of secret tunnels and secret doors. Secret tunnel! A cone is a rolling paper glued together in a cone shape with a filter crutch in the narrowest end. Exactly. Yep. You pack them with tobacco or weed, and voila, you have a packed joint. Exactly. I know I have some. I have, like, one of my storage bins literally is marked, like, weed stuff. And I just don't know which one, and I don't want to tear everything out right now, but one of them has it in it. And I have tons, just from, like, all the stuff I've gotten from Hemper and stuff like that. I have so many cones in my house. It's crazy. But bongs are just, I just like my bong. It's easier. I don't have to, like, I don't like to sit there and have to smoke something for an extended period of time. I want to hit it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ripper, not a sipper, according to my dealer. So according to, this is just what I've heard from people in the States. If I say a blunt, that's implying it's a weed. Everything on the inside is weed, but it's wrapped in a tobacco leaf. That's what I've been told. So they call them, what do they call them? They have another name for a weed blunt. I can't remember. They have some name for it. They have a couple names, but that's what I've been told. Like, if you say, I want a blunt, it is to be understood it will be rolled in a tobacco leaf. Wow. Tobacco leaf. Aaron. Do y'all prefer to just smoke through the day constantly or more, or like after you get shit done, you smoke type things? I kind of like to, honestly, I do it after I get shit done. Like, if I don't stream, like if I'm not streaming, if it's my day off, or if it's like on Mondays when, I guess I don't really have a day off anymore, but on Mondays when I do RP, I don't stream at 9 in the morning. Like, I don't have RP until noon my time. I honestly like have to set an alarm to remind myself to smoke a bowl before RP, because I don't smoke until I sit. And I don't sit until I'm done doing shit. And I can keep myself busy for a really long period of time. And it's not something I do on purpose. It's just out of sight, out of mind. I don't think about it until I sit. And once I sit, it's almost like a medication for me. It helps me sit still and relax and slow down and calm and be at peace. Because otherwise, I'm just sitting here like picking my fingernails off, waiting to be able to stand up again. I've never been very good at sitting still. Like, I was that kid that would like dance at the side of the table, like eating, like, I'm doing it, mom. I've never been very good at sitting still. And weed helps me, but also getting everything done, like you said, like getting all the shit done that I need to get done in the morning and going for a run in the morning helps me also relax. Because I feel like if I get high before I do the things I know I need to do, I might space brain them, and then I'm really hard on myself. Like, I start being like, oh, just fucking kill me. Like, I immediately go to that, and I know that's not good language. Your brain hears everything you say. So I try to avoid that. I usually get up like 2.5, 3 hours before my stream starts in the morning, and I try to get everything I need to get done in the morning far before it's even a thought. And honestly, I don't smoke till stream when we all cheers together at some point. It's whenever someone cheers, that's when we smoke. You guys help me sit still because you guys keep my brain busy and I'm like, thinking and talking and doing stuff. But yeah. But a lot of people wake and bake and are highly productive members of society. I don't think it would make me less productive. I just don't think about it, I think. Because in the morning, I'm trying to speed up. Like, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm groggy, I'm like, mucusy, gotta get in the shower and shit. And when I smoke, I'm like subconsciously medicating in a way to get me to sit down and relax and not feel like I'm vibrating off the edge of my chair. It helps a lot. Just takes the edges off. Doesn't numb me or anything. Just takes the harsh edges off of some shit that makes me like, ugh. A roach here is just a small end of the joint you can't hold on to anymore. Oh, really? Yep, that's exactly that's what we call it. That's, the cardboard at the end you call a roach. Like, the cardboard before it's smoked is a roach? Interesting. Yeah, it's like a joint. I mean, I just call any weed joint that I didn't smoke all the way, I call it roach. I think it's technically like, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that knows better, but like where roach started originally getting used in the States was to refer to that butt end of your joint, because we didn't used to like make a crutch when we rolled joints. I mean, way back in the day, you just rolled joints in like Bible paper or some shit, whatever you had in the house. And so inevitably there'd always be some weed in that piece of joint you were holding in your fingies. And if you didn't have like a roach clips, forceps, if you didn't have like tweezers or something, you couldn't smoke that, without burning your fucking hands off. So what we would do is we would save all of our roaches. Like, we'd put it out, and even if it literally had like a bud in that paper, we saved all of them. And once we had it was another ashtray that we didn't use as an ashtray. Obviously, it was just full of roaches. Once it looked like it had enough roaches in it, we would sit there and meticulously empty out every single roach and roll a joint out of the roaches. And it would fuck you up because it was all the oils and all the resin from burning the joints down would like pack up in that little butt piece. And so all of that got put into one fucking joint. It's tasted like an asshole, but fuck, you got fucked up. Oh shit, you got fucked up. They're great. Yeah, you were high. Like, we shared it. There was me and 2 other girls I went to high school with. We would share that shit and be fucked. Like, that kind of fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, space shit. It was a great time. What up, LZT? How you doing, honey bean? Are you feeling better? How are your eyes? Vissy, honestly, most of my stoner friends smoke more weed than I do. Maybe. I don't know, though. No, you do. It's weird. I feel like I smoke a ton of weed, but you guys definitely do. I feel like I do. I definitely smoke more weed than, your casual smoker, obviously. But there are definitely people who smoke a lot more weed than me, but are very high-functioning people. Jobs, children, responsibilities, shit. By the way, how's Fiona? Yeah, I know she's calling a crutch a roach. Oh, absolutely. I was just describing what we called a roach. When I was in Oregon, I was smoking constantly all day, every day, but was working in the cannabis industry as well. Now I'm in Indiana and I have to go to Michigan all the time. Oh, God, that sucks. That was me in Baltimore. I used to have to drive 2 hours to Columbia. My dealer was so nice, and I had no problem going to see him, but goddamn, driving 2 hours to pick up an ounce of weed. And then you'd have to, sit there for a while, watch him watch fishing TV. Thankfully, he had a really cute dog, and I'm always happy when there's a dog. Roach here is just the cardboard you roll up when you're building the joint. That's so funny. That's interesting. I wonder where the differentiation came from. My eyes are way better. Good. And I just spent my evening at the Harry Potter pub quiz and had a great time out with my classmates. Dude, you want to know a funny story? So back in the day when I was like hella into Harry Potter, my ex's mom, like that's all she knew about me. So every gift I got was like Harry Potter themed, which was awesome. But one time she got me, what is it? They're the triangle. It came in a triangle. Oh God. Is it just Trivial Pursuit? They sell all different Trivial Pursuits now, like themed ones, right? I think it was a Harry Potter themed Trivial Pursuit. I think. Fuck, I don't remember. But I tried playing it with 2 friends one time, and they let me go first. I think I was the youngest person, and that's what the rules say, like the youngest person goes first. And I never missed a question, and I just like won before they ever got another turn, and we never played it again. It was so damn easy. I was a little bummed out. Like, I expected a challenge. There are things I don't know. Definitely now, there are things I don't know. She's doing better? Good. We have to get Reese because he likes to stand. I mean, that was like when we had Millie with the 2 puppies. Why am I stuttering today? Anxiety. When the poodles were puppies, and they just had no sense of like where they were stomping and they would stomp on her, I'd have to just carry her around under my arm just because they weren't doing it on purpose. They just didn't see her. She's so like small. The worst part of dealers is sitting on their silly mattresses in front of their aggressively large TVs. How did we have the same dealer? We weren't, I mean, I know I was closer than I am now, but we weren't that close. Wow. Is that every dealer ever? Raise your hand if you've sat on the end of a strange mattress in front of an insanely large TV, waiting that appropriate time to leave with your weed. It can't just be us, right? Because that's wild. That is fucking spot the fuck on. Whoa. No shit, Vis. Is that a thing? I've told you guys, like, not only was it that, but he had like a little duplex with a couple other people. And when I went to go buy weed, I would like text him many, many hours before, days before, and we'd set a time and he'd be like, yeah, just come in whenever. Just come in the house, walk upstairs into my bedroom. It's fine. I'm never just sitting there naked. Just come in. Don't knock. I won't hear it. And I have never lived in a neighborhood with other people. Like, I have no idea. Like, you knock on people's doors, my dudes. I have never been comfortable just, oh yeah, just walk into my house any fucking time. Feels weird. But multiple times I would go up there, he'd be dead fucking asleep with his girlfriend in bed with the impossibly large TV on like Animal Planet. And I was just like, oh, I have to sit on the end of your mattress with you and her in it, and you might be nice. Is it always that way? It feels like it's always that way. Guess how many times Harry Potter appears in the books? Like, the name? A lot, I would honestly, I don't know. I haven't read them since I was prepubescent. I don't know. A lot. Because for some reason, using last names is real big. The day we found out my bestie was pregnant with my adorable niece, we had a Harry Potter quiz night at my friend's house. They did proper letters and everything. My nurse's friend, who's getting married, had recently read the books. Cheater. We used to read the books while smoking, passing the joint while reading the chapters out loud to each other. My sister and I used to do that minus the weed. We do it in the car, reading it out loud. Every time the joint passes, the book passes. I love that. I love that. That's such a smart way to do that. Yes. Like, so I'm having a hard time guessing because I just don't know what range we're working with. Like, what quantities are we working with? Like, can you say, like, I don't know. Okay. Vissy says 400 plus. I'm trying to think. So how many books are there? How many times would that fucking name be mentioned in that many books, in that many pages? And some of those books are fucking fat. Hmm. 3,350 times. Yeah? That was an A-okay, by the way. I don't believe in letting white power people take the symbol. I fucking hate that I think of that every time, though. Fuck, I hate it. Hate it! That's my answer. 3,350. Shut the fuck up. Is that actually... Okay, so I was gonna say 6,900 times to say 69 because nice, and I was like, that's gotta be too many. What the fuck? So what LZT said, so these were the guesses we had in chat so far. So I guessed 3,350, and then we had 1,000, and then we had 400 plus. And Lizzie said 130. The words Harry Potter are mentioned 18,956 times in the books. Is there anything else written? I think it's together, right? LZT was the rule. I'm assuming the rules were it had to be like Harry Potter one, like that was it, right? Together. But I mean, I believe it. Like every time anyone says his name, so many people, Harry Potter, like they just moan it to themselves. It was together. Damn. Wow, that's sick. No wonder I don't like those books anymore. What up, Young? How are you, love? When I was, it was always chill time. People came over, text me when they pull up. If they want to stay and chat, we can chow, smoke from my stash, game ball, let's talk, etc. Or if they just need to grab and go, all good too. Always was presentable and shit too. People are weird. I mean, every dealer I've ever had in my life has been very cordial, wonderful, and has remained a friend of mine. Like, I'm not meaning to talk smack about any of them, but no shit. Big mattress, usually like the mattress pad stretchy sheet thing is like coming off of a corner, and you like sit on that corner while they like get your weed for you. And usually this enormous fucking TV is playing fishing TV. I swear to God. Like fishing TV. But not like the exciting fishing TV, like the really old school PBS style fishing TV where it's like a low grade shot where the light's all fuzzy everywhere and you just see the bugs above the water and it's like this old man in a fishing boat. I've never been that high. Like, how do we get there? How did I get here? I wonder which book has the most. I mean, I'd assume the longest book. Is that... Which is the longest book? God, seriously, I have not reread those books in so many years. I'm just thinking, my problem is I had a lot of them in hardback and some not in hardback. Is it order? Is it like over? Do you know how many pages? Was it over 500? For some reason, that number keeps sticking in my head, and that's what I was like multiplying the Harry Potters by in my head. I was like, okay, I think the longest book was 500 pages, but I think it's longer. I don't know. I've outgrown the wizardry, but that is that's fucking interesting. That's so many times, almost 19,000 times. Wow. What up, Lena Marie? How you doing, honey bean? On average, wow. So on average, the name Harry Potter is said in one phrase 5.5 times per fucking page. That's wild. Damn. That's fucking insane. That's a lot. Blackened, I'm the same. Oh, I'm exactly the same. Like, my dogs are absolute filth, and my yard is literally a mud pit right now, and I swear to God, I spend a third of my life mopping and cleaning my floors because I'm just like, just in case someone comes over, I want them to think they can lick my floorboards, which is sick. But I just can't. I can't do the clutter. Like, I try so hard to avoid it, but it's really hard when your dogs are 80 pounds. Mud heathens. A black belt in buckets? Is it longer than that? Which is, I think it's around 700 or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm trying to think what's the longest book I've ever read? What's the longest book you guys have ever read? I can't see my bookshelf anymore. I moved it over there. I don't have any books over here. Off the top of my head, what do I think is the longest book? And it can't be a part 1 and a part 2. It has to be the one singular book. Or it can't be like the Vampire Chronicles. They were all in one hardback. That's cheating. Oh my God, Vissy, shut up. Thankfully, my house wasn't the worst it's ever been. It wasn't mud season yet. Literally, like, I'll just go in my kitchen and it looks like someone had explosive diarrhea up my fridge. And it's because my dogs came in and shook. But it's that much mud. Just up the stainless steel. It is wild. Wild. Is it weird to say now that I switched from my Adderall to the Vyvanse, I no longer feel like as negative about everything? No. Dude, the first like psych medication I was ever put on was Concerta, and I was an irritable hoe. I was mean. I felt it. I knew it. I asked immediately to get off of it. Like, I've never been an irritable person, like, ever. I'm not very reactive. I usually am pretty fucking chill. I can let shit, like, I'm blowing up on the inside. Like, I've always been in here, you know, ooh, but on the out, like, I'm chill as a fucking cucumber. And when I started taking Concerta, which I think is an ADHD medication, it also can be used for depression occasionally, but it's mostly an ADHD medication. I just wanted to hurt everyone around me. It was so weird. Everything everyone did made me just like, when normally it never, little things don't normally, I'm really good at not letting things get to me. I grew up with 8 siblings, filth, like a very uncontrollable household. I'm really good at just like controlling what we can and letting the other things go. Like, what's the Fight Club thing? The ability to let all that which does not matter truly slide is my fucking mantra, and I try to live by it all the time because I'll go crazy if I don't. Man, I couldn't get past the, what is it, Dragonfly and Amber? You have the blue-nosed pity boy, and he's my adorable house hippo. Oh, yeah. I feel that. Don't pitties have the same kind of paws? They're, like, almost webbed. So they, like, do the shovel action. They're like, Daddy, want to see what I brought in from the yard? It's like shit and mud. I think they have the same kind of, like, not exactly the same, but the same kind of, like, you know, I think all dogs have some sort of webbing shit that just, like, shovels. And then they sit on my couch and they pick it out of their feet and spit it on the ground in front of me. And I'm just like, why don't you love me? They're both asleep, but I can talk shit while they're sleeping. Motherfuckers. Count of Monte Cristo is pretty long. I don't think I ever read I've read bits and pieces for like papers and stuff, but I don't think I've ever read the whole thing. Brandon Sanderson's Way of Kings. Ooh, did I read Way of Kings? Or did Brandon Sanderson, I always fuck this up. There's Bryan Sanderson, and then there's another newish author who does the Mist series. Mist something. I've read that author. They're great. But those were 3 different books. Some of the Anne Rice books I've read are pretty fucking hefty, but I don't have any of them still to even look. I've read every Anne Rice book other than everything post-Jesus. That's weird to say unless you know what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. Buckets with a hash tobacco mist, you'd be flat out on the couch. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. If I ever visit, I'm holding you to that. I'm on escitalopram. I think that's Lexapro, isn't it? Escitalopram? Lena Marie, I think that's what Lexapro is. I mean, Lexapro's the brand name, the brand name or whatever. I get the off-brand, whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's what I'm on as well. It's my SSR. It's an SSRI, right? Yep, same. That's the generic. That's the shit I'm on too. Fuck yeah. It saved my life. It's not great for everybody, but for those that it works great. I've heard that some people can't get a hard dick and or can't come with it though, and I highly suggest you talk to your doctor if you have that problem. Please don't feel shame. Having a happy, healthy sexual life is part of a healthy, happy mental life. That was a weird way to say it, but you know what I mean. Being able to get hard and come is important to be sane. That's what I'm saying. Try not to be gross about it, but you know what I mean? And I've heard some SSRIs will make dicks just like, not today, daddy. Go talk to your doctor. There are so many other anti-anxiety / anti-depression / bipolar / all these other meds for all the psych things that are wrong with us. There are so many out there. And if your doctor is dead set on one, chances are they're sponsored and you should find a new doctor. Ugh. None of that. Ooh, Name of the Wind. How long? No. I've read some long. I haven't read a big book in a long time, though. I've been very much into short stories recently. I was on Adderall for over a year, never had issues, but it just kind of like stopped. And I noticed a jump in my anxiety and was so pessimistic about shit, like everything. Fuck that. I would talk to your doc. Nah, dude, that was me on Concerta. I hated it. And I felt, so I started like isolating myself from people because I knew I was getting mean. And I didn't want to be mean to people. I'd rather just be mean to myself or my environment. Like punch a hole in a wall is better than me like lashing out at someone because I was getting like icky. But I was also on too many milligrams, this is crazy. So this was way before I was a medical student. This was way beginning of college when I was still a fetus and had no idea what I was doing. And my doctor put me on 56 milligrams of Concerta a day in one time release capsule. And that's a lot. That's a lot. Even for a 6-foot person, I'm only like 170. Like, that's a lot. And what I think was happening is like, it was taking me into the edge of like being a zombie. So instead of just like having a good, when you have like really hard ADHD days and you hyper focus on something that's giving you the serotonin and you cannot be pulled away from that for the life of you. It was like that, but like a zombie being, it was almost like I went back into ADHD, but instead of being hyperactive about the thing I was doing or hyper focusing on, I was just a zombie hyper focusing on something like, ugh. It was terrible. And then I'd get really irritated if anything in my environment like disturbed me at all, which was weird. It was like I was a fucking cactus. Oh, did you like it? Oh my God, Lacey, what did you think? I'm curious because that movie, I don't know if that's another one that's nostalgia for me either. I've been watching it for so many years. I love watching Jared Leto get beaten. I just watched it the other night, but honestly, it's one of those movies I've seen so many fucking times in my life that I don't pay very close attention to it. I think it aged pretty well. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any like overt transgender jokes or like, the things that were really like, hey, those weren't nice then and please stop doing them now. Things like that. I don't know. I don't think there was anything too bad. I mean, obviously it's like, it's not the cleanest movie. Marla Singer, what does she say? The bridesmaid's dress is the condom of fashion. You put it on, you dance all night, and then you take it off and you throw it away at the end of the evening. Like there's, I haven't fucked like that since I was in grade school. She says some questionable things, but I think they're funny. I have a dark sense of humor though. Yeah. Have you ever seen The Cuts? There's so many other lines she used. I wanna have your abortion was one of them, I remember. There was extras on the DVD I watched when I was a kid, and they're all every single one of them, by the way, ad lib. She did it. It's improv. Marla Singer, though. If I had a dick, I'd name it Marla Singer. Oh, Cipralex there or something. I've been single on purpose for over a decade, so I'm in the longest relationship of my life with my nightstand drawer contents. Oh, I love that so much. I love that. You're in the longest relationship ever with yourself, and I think that's important. I had to do that. I had to go live by myself, have my own apartment, like, learn who the fuck I was. I think that's important. I already touched the doc switch yesterday. Good. From Adderall to... Oh, so the Adderall was doing that. Oh, okay. I thought the Vyvanse was doing that. Okay. Good. And now you don't feel instantly negative about anything, but do you still have the same, like, peace of mind with it? Like, oh, let's stream. Nope. Everyone's gonna shit on me. I'll get frustrated. Just, like, no choice. Just instantly go to the negative option. I feel that. I feel that spiritually. That's been me my whole life. I wish I could blame that on meds. I think we need to take a break. I don't even know. I'm all fucked up because it's nighttime. I don't know how late. What time did I start? I didn't even look, honestly. As soon as the temperature thing on that thing said it was 70 degrees in here, I was like, or not 70, 68 degrees. I was like, okay, we're cool. Wow, my brain. We can go like 7 or 8. We can go like closing in on 2 hours. Yeah, we can go another like 2 or 3 hours. That gives me time to like make dinner and stuff. Because I want to play some. I figure we could play some boyfriends. Get high and make boyfriends. I want to go fight with the Shocky Shocks. The sex toy, I mean. A minute dose, though. 5 milligrams a day on escitalopram. I used to be on 10, but I was a zombie. Did not like being that disconnected from my feelings. That's good, though, that you talked about that. My biggest thing was, like, I was diagnosed with bipolar. And in just the history of my studying bipolar, like when I was in school, and I've known a couple people that were my mom's friends that were diagnosed when they were older, they were all put on fucking, what's it called? I just blanked on it. I just blanked on the med, but it's a antipsychotic that turns you into a zombie instantaneously. And the moment my therapist and my doctor started tossing around bipolar words, I was like, you best not put me on that shit ever. I will not take meds and I will leave. I can't remember, what is it called? Does it start with an L? I keep wanting to say Lexapro now. It's not Lexapro. Lithium. Lithium is the number one antipsychotic for people with bipolar. And I was like, please, God, no. God, please, fuck no. I'd rather be crazy. I don't want to, like, I can't. I just don't want to be, it looks, are you, Mermy? Man, you are the, like, I've heard, and honestly, I don't know anyone personally that I could be like, oh yeah, it changed them. I've just heard so many terrible stories from people who have taken it and stuff. If it works for you and you're on lithium and it fucking doesn't affect you in a negative way, that is awesome. And you are a great example to give me more courage if that ever happens to me. It's just this fear. My mom's had multiple friends. And again, they were way older when they were diagnosed, maybe misdiagnosed. Who knows? Like, these are just personal experiences and we can never generalize, but it's just me internalizing fears of that drug because of that. Like, forever. I've always just been like, please, God, no. I don't know what, because of these. It like haunts me. Thankfully, neither of my docs have ever thought I needed to go that far. Like, I've never been like that. Like, you know, I get a little sad, but I'm not like buying a castle yet. It does wonders for you. And see, I'm also, what is it? What type? Is it type 2? That's the manic. I'm the manic one as well. And I also know it's an antipsychotic, so you don't go buy a castle, because legitimately some people with manic bipolar, during their highest manic moment, they go buy a castle. No fucking shit. Like, it's like that sleeping med that people like go get married on, but naturally our body does it all on its own. It's great. I've never gone that far, thank fuck. I've done that. I've done things like I've gone and spent $500 at Joann's and made a quilt in one day. Like, I've definitely done things like that, but I haven't bought a castle yet. I would be open to it if that happened to me. Like, I don't want to destroy mine and my loved ones' lives because of my fear of lithium. You know what I mean? Did it used to be an ingredient in 7-Up? It wouldn't shock me. It wasn't Coke and Coca-Cola. I also have the pleasure of hearing voices, so I'm on other meds for that plus lithium. And that was like one of the main like story. It was a family like did your moms have like girlfriends that you just saw throughout your entire life and they were almost kind of like an auntie? My mom had these friends that she like they worked with her, they were respiratory therapists with her, and they for their entire lives, like literally from the moment I was born. I've told you guys this. One of my mom's respiratory therapist best friends, Catherine, is the first person to ever hold me. She held me out of my mom's puss, got in my dad's way, and took me. These women have been in my life. They're like huge influences. And so I don't know. I feel like I watched that she went through a divorce and because her husband didn't like that she wanted to go to beauty school and be a beautician instead of a respiratory therapist because he was really money hungry. And so she got like massively depressed, like dark places depressed, like almost suicidal depressed. Actually, I think she was suicidal. So they started using lithium and stuff like that. And my mom said that she would come to work, sit in a corner with her face against a wall for 12 hours and then go home at the hospital. And everyone would just do her work for her because they had no idea what was going on. They were just like trying to help. They were trying to cover for a friend because they were like, we obviously can't have her doing any work, but we don't want her to lose her job. Like, what the fuck is going on with this woman? And I don't know if she was on too much. I don't know what fucking cocktail. And this is all like my mom and her were exceedingly close. But again, this is all like whatever my mom's friend was telling her. We don't know what was actually happening. But it turned her into just and that's scary to me. Thank you, Elmarie. I like it too. I washed it and it still looks pretty good. See, if I'm switching off the Escitalopram to Wellbutrin because I'm pretty sure the SSRI is making me sweat as if I have a constant hyperhidrosis. And my God, it's the worst. Really, like constantly? I had that before I was on an SSRI. Interesting. That was like literally my physical sign that I was going to get anxious for no reason. Instantly, it would be that my palms were wet. And there were some days when my anxiety was just off the charts. I could watch the sweat pool. I'd wipe it, and then I'd do this. I could watch it pooling on my hands. That was my first sign. This was way before I was medicated. This was before my breakdown, years ago. But yeah, that was my first sign that I was like, oh, today's going to be an anxious day for no fucking reason. Let's have sweaty hands. Doing great, universe. Having a great time. I'm sorry that happens to you with it. That fucking sucks. That's no fair. My best friend's mom's growing up has schizophrenia, so it was always around growing up. Lila says break time. Yep. They both just got up. What are you doing, bud? You want to come say hi? You come say hi too, Bubba? Hello, my dark void. Come on. Here's my hi. Oh, big stretch. Were you sleeping? He smells sleepy. Do your dogs smell sleepy? I swear to God, my dogs have a different smell when they're sleepy. These are the mud fools. I love them too. They're quite wonderful doges. You got to be outside all day today because Mom was trying to keep the house warm and you were annoying, huh? So you're tired. This is great. It's a big yawn, Bubba. It's a big yawn. He's so sweet. You're just such a gentleman. He has eyelashes like the Who's from the Grinch, how the Grinch Stole Christmas. I swear to God, his eyelashes are immaculate, and they just like curl around. You're so beautiful. Thanks, bud. You're the best. Thanks, bud. Boobs are clean now. The U.S. is so weird too. I've looked up treatment doses versus ours. The U.S. treats with on average higher doses for all ailments. It's obviously a system based on financial gain. 200%. Yes, thankfully. My doctors started me on the lowest dose possible, and I've stayed on it, and they're pretty fucking wonderful about that. They were both like, it's much easier to go up than down, and they didn't want to like fuck me up any more than I was, because I was literally in the middle of like a mental breakdown. I love this song. My gaming stream setup's in the basement where it's like 68 degrees, and I'll sweat down my back and arms. I would talk to him. That is fucking weird. It's possible though, especially if you didn't have those symptoms before. I wish I could do the bunny one. I'm a ratchet guy. Thanks, bud. Thank you, Bubba. Lil's down here sneaking snuggles. Yep. That's a piss in a shit and a wank in a tree. Do you guys want to go outside and go potty? He just like does that emotional like. You want to go outside? She just wants me to die. You can call me granddad because I fucked you, Nan. What? He did a freestyle? No. Can we watch that when we come back? Oh my God, hold on. I have to pull that up. No, Kona. Oh my God, no. Is that new? Oh, bad mic. Hi, Ren. Oh, it sounds familiar, but it's one of those short names that really I mean, there's so many fucking like DJs and shit out there. It could be anybody. Hold on, let me look it up. Why? Paste. Now Lil's gonna hump her brother. Ooh. Okay, I got that. We're gonna listen to that. That looks fun. Cause I fucked you, Nan. Fuck the world. Fuck the universe till it hurts. Anyways. Break time. She's just dominating. She's such a dominating bitch. I swear to God, every female dog I've ever owned has been the alpha, though. If that was a real thing. They're just, Millie was the same. She was dominant hoe. I had a chocolate lab growing up named Brandy, or Brown Dog, and she humped all the boy dogs' faces. My bitches just know who's boss, huh, baby girl? And my boy's just such a gentleman, he doesn't give a shit, so he just sits there. I know. He's such a good boy. He's a milk patch. I love them. Do you wanna make love to? Okay, break time? You wanna go outside? Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Be right back, my dudes. Every couple of hours, we take a break and we stretch our dicks. And we stand up. Hail the dank lord. Clean your bong. Get some water. Get a beverage. Whatever you need to do. I'm gonna take my dogs outside and hopefully not freeze to death. It's gonna be so cold. I forgot already. It's -5 already. How is it? How is it -5 degrees outside already? It literally gave me full body shivers in what, 2 minutes? Holy crap. Yeah, Fahrenheit's the -5. Is that still the same? Once we get to 0, aren't we the same? It's Colorado. Kendo.
A year!
Bitch. Oh, burr. Come on, little heater. Fuck, dude. Oh, mountain weather. This is a really good song. Did any of y'all grow up watching Heidi? Now we know why that old man was such a fucking dick. Living in the mountains makes you a dick. 'Cause of this. Yeah, we're still in Colorado. We've been shopping the idea of moving somewhere where it's not so extreme. I don't mind weather. This is just like, I mean, Maryland had weather. We had hot summers. We had cold winters. We got some snow, but damn, this place is extreme. It's just like miserable. I'm a pussy. I'm the first one to admit it. I do not do cold. I don't know what it is. I've got plenty of fat. It's just faulty. I don't know. No insulation going on here. It's like the moment I'm cold, I stay cold. Like I'm fucking cold right now. I'm waiting to just like get blood back in my body. My body just gives up. The moment it's cold like that, my body's like, oh, we die now. Okay. Brr. Kendo, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings for a full fucking year. I appreciate you and love you. Dude, oh, you wouldn't want to be here right now. We're actually going to get more snow tonight, too. And it's getting colder. It's just weird. It's like, you just don't know. You know, it could be 60 degrees. It could be -5. There's no telling what it'll be in 7 days. The weather here is insane. Brr. Ooh. It's -20 here. You are a hardcore hoe. You're a hardcore hoe, and I'm the first to say it. Canadians also are a different breed of people. Y'all just thrive in it, and I don't know why I'm broken. I wasn't raised in a warm climate. I was raised in the rain of Seattle. I should be hardy, and I am not. -5 is much warmer than negative. Oh, it is. They only cross over -40 is where they cross over. Someone was saying they went into -40 recently, and it was fucking painful. I just learned that the beginning of stream, and I already forgot. Wow, Katie, thank you. I just literally that's how fast that left. I'm a dum dum. Really, mermaid, dude. And I'm like, it could be 100 degrees out, and if there's a slight breeze, I'll put a hoodie on. I'm sick. I can just roast in the sun and just. It's sick. It's sickening. It's been going around the last month and has a shit ton of coverage and has said that he does not care if you stream it, make videos of it because he just wanted to push it out there. What? I mean, should I be worried? It's just a song, right? Like, it's not something personal he made for himself that was stolen from him or something. That's the only, I just don't want to be like watching, like, if it, you know what I mean? No, not at all. Okay, cool. I love video, like music that has a good message. I think Glut gave me one. Glut, remind me, or correct me if I'm wrong. The one that was, I want to get better. It's like this, it's kind of a nauseatingly happy sounding song, but it is heartbreaking. The first time we watched it on stream, I just started crying. Like, it really hits you. And I love songs like that, though. I'm all about it. Yeah, if you've never heard the song, God, who does it? It's I Want to Get Better. Do you remember who sings it? It's a great song. It's on like my playlist. It comes on sometimes in the morning while I'm in the shower. But it's like, it gets you because it's happy sounding. It sounds like a Weezer song or something at first, kind of. The guy who sings it kind of looks like Weezer, or maybe he just has glasses. I don't know. I'm moving videos over so we can watch them because I have the one of Patrick from the Northern Boys slash Pete and Baz. The Bleachers. Thank you. This one. Yeah, that's a great song, my dudes. Well, I'll put it on the. We'll listen to it. It's great. It's a really really good song, but it is. Heart on the table. Just like, wow. It's powerful. It's a good song, though. I kept it forever. I last lived in Florida before coming to Canada. It's been a couple years, and I still lose fights to weather here on a daily basis. What do you, like, how many layers do you wear on a daily basis? It just stopped snowing here. Luckily, our power didn't go out. Oh, Viata, our internet, Zach's lucky that he's, like, hardwired into I can't remember the router, the modem, I think. The one that's, like, in the wall. Whereas I'm wired through the wall to the modem somehow. I'm hardwired as well. I'm not off Wi-Fi or anything like that. But because he's in the room where the modem is, his UPS saves him if the like power blinks for some reason. 4 times this morning while I was like trying to get the house warm, the internet and the power blinked. And I was just sitting here like, you motherfucker. It's so cold. Not today. Fuck. But it seems fine now, but it's not snowing currently. Cross our dicks. It's just fucking cold. Oh, wait, I wanted to stop before we moved on to a new song. Stop it. We have shit. Okay, this is, if you were listening to the Northern Boys, the last song that was playing during the break, this is one of the guys rapping. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe they are, all of these men from the Northern Boys and Pete and Baz are, well, at least from the Northern Boys, they're retired high school teachers. Presumably, I'm guessing like late 60s, early 70s-ish by the pure fucking white hair, but I don't know. Some people go white really fucking early. Lena Marie, I don't know. I'm not kidding. I almost tweeted that this morning. I was thinking that to myself, like, why don't homes in Colorado have fireplaces? This weather ain't new. Like, sure, we get hot in the summer, but the winter is cold. Like, even if it's not -20, -5 is arguably good enough to get some fucking a wood stove, right? But I've never seen a house here with a wood stove. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, I got the video up. We're gonna watch the high rent one. I've got the high rent one right after the Patrick one. Because it looked like a video that's on purpose. Like he's yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it looks like something we should be watching. My wife and in-laws love to tease me about my layers. Sweater, jacket, coat, earmuffs, 2 layers of legs and socks. I'm this bitch. It is a full-on journey getting dressed / getting naked every day. I swear to fuck. It's just a constant like, nope, wait, there's one more layer to peel off. Nope, there's one more under there. It's because I can't get warm. I don't know what it is. Same. Your dad was a teacher? Does this check out? Anything under 70? And I feel that way, and I've never been a Floridian. Maybe I'm a born Floridian. My birthday is Florida's birthday. There's something on the floor. Hold on. Piece of tape on the floor. I shared. Shut up. Stop. No, that's your dad. No, it's not Bark O'Clock. That was no. Oklahoma. Ah. Lay down. Good girl. Lay down. Good girl. If you can't beat him, join him, right? And my face hurts. God damn. I think I made a joke about how, like, I would be wrong and I'd be like, they're from Bristol or something. And then all my English friends would be like, no, they're not, Katie. They're from this part of England. And someone in chat was like, actually, I think they're from Bristol. I was being very facetious. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that where they're from? I don't remember. But I know someone, it was funny because I just pulled that out of my ass. This is something not funny. Florida just proposed a bill that you can call someone racist, homophobic, transphobic, or sexist, and then they can sue you for defamation. Minimum award is $35,000. You cannot use their own religious or scientific beliefs as evidence. So if someone acts racist and I call them racist, I get sued for $35,000. Like, that's the sum of that bullshit. Even if they... Oh, yeah. You know what I'm going to ask. I don't need to ask it. Wow. That's depressing and sad and makes me... I'm so sorry for your state. Very sorry for your state. That is gross. That is gross. Yeah. Dude, seriously. And it's just like, I know... I just like how it's a big state. It's got a lot of people. I don't understand how there's enough people to agree with that shit to get it. I just like. Good thing me and humidity hate each other, so Florida and me will never be. I love humidity, but I get it. I'm a weird. When I lived in Maryland, I only needed 2 face products to just moisturize my face because, I don't want to wrinkle and I'm vain. I need 7 here to just not crack. 7. You want to be dry? Move here. You will be dry. Dry as fuck. You crackle. It's crazy. I live off lip balm. I think this is where I get a lot of my calories, to be honest. Seriously, it's a fat, right? I never felt like the wet blanket when I was in Maryland. I got used to it pretty darn fast, but I know the feeling you're talking about. I remember when I lived in Washington State and I went to Florida. Yeah, I went to Florida for the first time. The first time I ever went to brain fart. Orlando, the Disney parks and shit like that. And I remember the way when you get off the plane, they just have you walk out on the tarmac and then walk into the airport. I don't know if that's normal all the time, but it was the first time I'd ever done it. And I remember walking off the airplane, and it quite literally felt like something hit me in the face. And it was just the humidity. I'd never been in humidity of that level in my life. Humidity happens in Washington, but ain't nothing like Florida. Oh, the air is a sponge. But I got used to it so quickly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dry bitch and my body's like, yeah. I don't know. Ugh, that's so gross, Glut. Sorry, I was just rereading. That is incredibly messed up. I agree. That's fucking sad. Higher altitude, less water in the atmosphere, 100%. Also, I think that the drastic changes in weather dry us out really bad. Because, like, sometimes it'll be humid. Sometimes we have some humid days. And then some days, like today, it is just crackly dry. No shit, Maryland, I had no issues. Place like Florida, Louisiana type humid, I can't do. I was raised in Indiana. Oh, yep. just a high humidity that makes me feel like I drown in air. I think everybody feels that way in that shit, though. I remember there were some days I would wake up when I lived in Baltimore, and I would walk downstairs, and my windows would be all covered in condensation. And I would be like, why are my windows, like, I would go to wipe it off, and it was on the outside. Like, the outside of my house was like a like a steamy steam room. It was weird. I used to call it the jungle weather. Because when you looked outside, like, I lived near some trees. I lived right next to the Loch Raven. And I'd look out by the trees, and it looks like fog, like, in amongst the trees. And in my mind, my Washington State mind, I was like, oh, it's going to be a nice, crisp, chilly morning. No, that's heat fog. Humidity fog, you can see it when it's thick enough, and it's literally jungle weather. Like, you drink it. It's wild, but I didn't mind it. I don't know. I like it better than being dry. Like, I don't think I can hold enough water to be hydrated here. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. We can watch. I was moving. I gotta move this video off, and then we're gonna watch High Ren. Hold on. That's what I was thought of right away, and Eliza kind of did too. My sister has something called non-essential tremors, where nothing is wrong with her, but she shakes. She doesn't have Parkinson's. They've tested so many things about her. And she was told so many times, like, you're just anxious. And she would just do this all the time, just her hands, all the time. For nothing. I mean, they did all the tests. Nothing was wrong with her. And it literally took a coworker of my mom. My mom was, like, talking about what was going on with my sister. And her coworker was like, oh, I know exactly what that is. It's called non-essential tremors. I know a specialist she can go see. And it's a neurological thing. And my sister takes, like, literally 1 milligram of, like, metropolol, something like that, some sort of heart medication a day, and that stops these tremors. It's so fucking weird, though. But she was put through the ringer of, like, twice weekly vitamin B shots in her ass and, like, all this stuff. It was so weird before she finally got there. She felt like she was going crazy. Like, I think she got to a point where she was like, I'm just gonna shake forever. Like, fuck my life. That guy is fucking talented, dude. I went to look for Cosmo Jarvis' stuff, and he's deleted his whole YouTube. I think since he became a proper actor, he's wanted to distance himself from his music, which was a different scene, drugs, anal, banter. Those don't usually go together. Okay. But because he's a local, everyone knows him, knows someone who knows him. We hung out with him at a local field festival, so it's weird. There's a distance now. I don't know why someone would do that. Like even if he's removed his YouTube, I guarantee those videos so exist somewhere on the internet. He also has a set of videos, Screeching Jenny's Tale and Violet's Tale, that each hit their own hard story background. And then there's The Hunger. It's extremely good. Dude, I love that. I love that it's kind of like concept videos, right? I was depressed and anxious, losing hair by the handful and gaining weight. I'm only on 25 mcgs. Is that micrograms of levothyroxine. And it helps so much. That's like my sister's. She was going crazy. I felt so bad for her. Yeah, it's I think metropolol, yeah, it's meant for high blood pressure. How many milligrams do you take, just out of curiosity, if you don't mind sharing? Because I know my sister literally takes 1 a day, and that's enough to cause these non-essential tremors to go away, which is so bizarre. She's just like me, like we have like really low blood pressure, low heart rate, pretty in general, healthy hearts. All of his music's super good and well done. It's all him and one of his best mates doing all the production beats. I hope he still makes a decent living off of it, considering what he went through. Like, that just fucking sucks. Lyme's disease. Those don't go together. You've been to the wrong parties. I mean, I'm not a big partier, to be honest. Like, the kind of parties I went to in college, we would sit around and play, like, Guitar Hero. One of the videos was filmed where I had my first driving lesson. Oh, that's precious. If you remember, like, old 90s type Eminem style, that's what The Hunger brings. Oh, I used to love old Eminem style. I know it has not aged well. Gillette said that very well earlier. There's some things that just haven't aged well. That's one of them. Definitely some old Eminem's a little terrible, but back in the day, man, I was very into that shit. And I could rap relatively quickly. Relatively. I am by no means anywhere there now. 50. Yeah, so that's the difference. I couldn't remember what, like, a normal dosage is for someone who just has high blood pressure. That's the only reason I asked. I just know that she takes, like, you would think 1 milligram? Like, what the fuck is that doing? Dog hair. What is that even doing? Like, you would think, but it literally flat nothing. She's as still as the water. It's incredible. And why are you like this today? Why? No. Oh, we're not gonna bark at nothing. Because nothing is nothing and you're poodles, you're smarter than that. Not today, motherfuckers. Lay the fuck down. No. Oh. just howl at it. Lilith looks so pathetic. It's bork o'clock, everybody. It's time to bork at nothing. Whatever works exactly. I mean, and that was the thing. Like I said, she was literally going to the doctor twice a week to get shots. And y'all know, oh, that makes my asshole so tight to even think about it. Y'all know how I feel about shots, but she was getting, I think it was vitamin B12 shots in her ass. And then they thought it was iron deficiency, so they started giving her iron shots, and it wasn't doing anything. It was one of those situations where it was like she was putting in a lot of effort to go get these shots and shit, and nothing was changing. And they were like, "Oh, you have to wait for it to kick in." And it's like, that's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit. She literally was like single-handedly putting a hole in the fucking ozone to get in there to get these fucking shots done. It's just crazy. I will never take it for granted that I've been very lucky on my med journey thus far, other than the Concerta thing that made me a bitch. He was in the newest Jane Austen Netflix movie as the protag man or whatever. The man signed my titties. I'm not really into Jane Austen stuff. I know. I never really, like, my Nana loved that stuff, like Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice, and I watched it with her. It's cute. I like Shakespeare. I think that's like my quirky shit. Right. And you were probably like, I know who you're talking about because of my Nana, but if it's a newer one, that's what I was going to say. If it's a newer one, I don't know, because my Nana passed away like 5 years ago. So if it was made in the last 5 years, I haven't seen it. But I've seen all the old ones because Nana she had the box sets of VHSs, and she'd put them on repeat after her game shows, and we'd watch them together, and they're not bad. They're just like, I'd rather watch, like, oh God, what is it? Oh, what's her name? Like the old the mid 90s when they started coming out with all these kind of interpretations of Shakespeare stuff. I can't even think of a name right now. Midsummer's Night's Dream is definitely one of them. Romeo and Juliet was one of them. I like those a lot. Those are my favorites. I watched Pride and Prejudice recently and was annoyed that people were that mad about a man who was that rude. It never made sense to me. Isn't it the money? Isn't it just the money? Bitch! Black Haven the fuck. You gave me awesome music. I owe you now, motherfucker. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus swing, so I appreciate you. Thank you! Side note, don't forget to use your Prime subs, everybody. Prime subs are out there. You don't have to use them here, just use them somewhere. What about my head? Not your head, Tyler. Our head. I just watched Fight Club recently. Seriously. It was the first thing. I never know what to name my stream. I never know what to do. So that was the first thing that came to mind. Was a Fight Club quote. The first thing to come to mind was, I haven't been fucked like that since grade school, but I can't put fuck in the title of the stream, so next best thing. Not your head, Tyler. Our head. Great movie. He solves all her problems with money, and she's like, "You love me!" He's like, "Give me that version. Poos!" Yeah, I know. I never understood it either. Emma? Is that the newest one that came out with Anna Taylor-Joy in it? That I watched it. I don't get it. I don't. She's a cunt. I don't get it. I do not, like, how can anybody be sexually aroused in any of those situations ever? I don't know. It's like living in a sterile environment like a hospital wrapped in doilies. I don't get it. That's how I feel watching all of those movies, and I'm just like, what's happening here? Give me Fight Club. What's happening? I'm broken. I was trying to pull up The Hunger, and it wasn't pulling up, and I think that's because Zach I don't know if he's, like, ending a stream or something. He might have done something, so my internet got weird. Because YouTube got weird for a second. I don't know why. We're always competing over the internet. It doesn't make any sense. It also might be my browser. Thank you, nice neighbor lady. I just got it done literally a week ago, and I've already have roots-ish. It looks like blackheads. But it's pretty good, and I washed it last night. No shit. It didn't fade. This is, like, as bright as it was. I don't know. I've never used Pulp Riot. Pulp Riot was the hair dye. I've never used it before, and that's what she used. It definitely, like, the water in my bathroom was blue. Like, it bled. But it didn't bleed, gone. I loved Little Women, but it's honestly, I love Winona Ryder. And the mom, what's their mom's name? I almost said Sandra Bullock. I love Sandra Bullock. Oh my God, I just blanked on her name. I love that actress. Rocky Horror Picture Show. My God. Help! Oh God, why is my brain like this? I love her. I really like the new Little Women too, though. Honestly, it was really well done. But I was kind of like really into the book as a kid. That might have been it. I know the fucking titties hold. Titties holding us down. Jesus fuck. The hub's been outside for over an hour trying to clear the driveway so I can go to work tomorrow. Oh, what a sweet human. Make sure to salt it. I know. Well, it's so weird because we both stream simultaneously every day, and it's normally fine. And then there's certain times of the day, or like if he downloads a game, instead of just throttling his download, it throttles my everything, and my whole stream blacks out, and like I just start dropping frames like crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Neither of us can figure it out. It's not like he's doing it on purpose. It's just stupid and happens. Gov, my love. Shall we cheers? I have a bowl. I have to repack it a little bit, but we're cheersing. I love you, love. How are you? Touch me. I want to be dirty. Yeah. Her. Susan Sarandon. Thank you. I love her. I'm just terrible with names. I could remember the fucking Harlem Shake, but can't remember Susan Sarandon. I love Susan Sarandon. Janet. Damn it, Janet. I love you. Yeah. Oh, Brad. Oh, Janet. Cheers. Salting the earth, not just for Carthage. That was a good one. I have to salt because we just have cement, desert cement, and it freezes over so fucking bad. It's really, really terrible. Where's my grinder? I said it. Oh. Yeah. Spelling's overrated, Lorelai. I got what you meant. I caught what you were throwing at me. It's fine. When he gets done plowing the driveway, reward him by getting him to plow you. Oh my God. I mean, I'm going to be honest, Viata can get whatever the fuck Viata wants. If she wanted to get plowed, she totally could. Oh, no salting. I have a gravel drive, but we got almost 18 inches since yesterday, and that's so crazy. And I think I learned this ages ago. I could be totally wrong. I am not a meteorologist by any means, but I thought I learned that the colder it is, like there is a certain like cold temperature where it won't snow. But the colder it is, the smaller the snowflakes, the warmer it is, the bigger. So like if you live somewhere where it's staying like that perfect freezing temperature where you've got that medium snowflake that just keeps piling up, probably what you have, Viata. What we have is like the small, tiny freezing snowflakes that like it doesn't build up ever. It just blows around. It's almost like dust because it doesn't stick to itself, if that makes sense. It's really weird. I've never lived where snow is like this. It's almost like sand, but it's snow. It's just like powder. It's like powdered sugar. Literally, you cannot roll a snowball. And I think that's the only reason it doesn't pile up because it snows long enough. Like it definitely snows for long enough periods of time that you would think there'd be at least an inch. And you go out there and you're like, no, there's like a foot against my fence. I too. I watch Rocky Horror more often than that. Honestly, I'm just a fan of musicals. I love a good musical to sing along to while I'm like cleaning the house or something. Brains work the same way. I shout things out by occasion and hope someone grabs hold of something. I feel that way. I mean, isn't that how we fucking start conversations though? I had some friends that did a shadowcast of RHPS. Oh, no shit. Oh. Like, did they do one where you guys brought shit to throw at the screen? Honestly, Zoe, it's kind of nice because they've already had like their crazy. They've been outside all day, really, because I've tried to keep all the doors shut as often as possible, and I was trying to warm up everything in here. So if they wanted to go outside, I was like, "You stay outside, then. Like you're going outside, you stay outside." And they've just ran around and barked all day, so they're kind of like exhausted and they're ignoring me now. It's kind of lovely. I feel a little spoiled. Nope, it is definitely a late stream. It's just we got a crazy freeze. So cold, literally, that my mini splits like error. Like it's so cold that my mini splits like froze on the inside or something. We have to do something about it. I don't know. But I have a lot of like reptiles and stuff that will literally die if they get to a certain core temperature. So I spent the day just like moving all my animals into one general area towards the middle of the house, not towards any outer wall, towards heaters, and just trying to get the house above 70 degrees, like above 68 was kind of my mental rule. Because when I woke up this morning, even though we do have like we have like that, just vents in the ground, like heating in our house, It was like 60, I think it was, I don't even remember, like 64 degrees, 61 to 64 degrees-ish in my house, which is too fucking cold for spiders and geckos and things to survive. So I spent a lot of my morning just trying to get my animals safe and trying to be unanxious. So it's a hella late stream. Welcome. Oh, no shit. Yeah, we had to clean up after, so not so much. They would act it out in costume as the movie played. I love that so much. That I've loved to go to something like that. I've always wanted to, like, for Halloween, dress up as one of the characters, but I don't like putting costumes together or sewing. I lived somewhere where school got canceled, not for snow, but for cold. The buses wouldn't run because the gas and oil was too cold. Holy shit. This ties back to me talking about it. Yeah, the negative 45. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. My high school actually, we had one high school, one elementary school, one middle school, very small town. But when I was there, they had like this record of 17 years no snow day, regardless of conditions. And we got fucking snow, by the way. We got like good amounts, like feet of snow. Eastern Washington is feet of snow. You get lots of snow. And so I remember one time we got like horrific snow. And, you know, the buses are still going to come no matter what. We never had we didn't even get late starts, nothing like that. And my mom was like, go to the fucking bus stop. They're going to come for you. So we went to the bus stop. We got on the bus. And we were the very last stop. And then they would have to turn around at this weird, like, orchard that was up the road from us. Literally, like, a bus turning around in a 2-lane highway. It was hilarious. They'd have to turn around and then drive back into town. And on that turn, because it was kind of on a hill, the whole bus just starts to glide sideways into the ditch, which, by the way, was on the side of a cliff going into the river. And all the kids are just like, ah! And we're all thinking like, fuck yeah, like we're close to home. We could literally walk home. We're less than a mile from our fucking driveway. We're all getting a snow day, bitches. No, they sent another bus from school and made that bus pick us up when we still went to school. I don't know if they do that anymore. That has to be illegal. It was so fucking unsafe. Like, really? Is your fucking record worth it? My God. Yeah, well, my mom sent me a picture yesterday. She got snow and she's in Seattle. Like, Seattle area, like near the sound is usually too warm to get lasting snow. You'll get some snowfall from the sky, but it either never sticks or you get like that dusting that goes away in an hour. Like, it never stays because you're by the ocean and the ocean usually keeps things warm enough, you know, not warm, but warm enough to not have snow. And my mom's had more snow than we have almost. It's insane. She's not nearly as cold, but she's almost had more snow than us. And she's just north of Seattle. Mel, you silly fuck. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings of that prime sub. Don't forget to use your prime subs, motherfuckers. Every time you don't, you firmly shove a $5 bill into the greasy ass G-string of Jeff Bezos, and he's done nothing for the world. Thank you, Mel, for setting an example. Thank you for saying I look fabulous. Do you like my hair? I just got it done. It's common where I grew up for cars to have block heaters in the engine. Apartment buildings have plugs at each spot, so people would plug their cars in overnight. We had to do that in Maryland. We didn't get a lot of snow, but it would get cold enough. And I think it was a mixture of it being humid and getting cold enough. Because it gets cold here, but we don't have that humidity. So I think it's like that moisture probably sticks. Because I remember my car doors got stuck shut multiple times. Multiple things. Like the front door would get stuck shut. I think it's the mix. What up, Genova? How are you, love? I fucking hated school bus on cold, wet days. Cold seats feel dirty. Oh, they feel mysteriously sticky and wet. Our bus nearly blew up on the way to school once, and they managed to make us go. Why? Like, what is that worth it? Is it worth my youthful life? Look what good I've done for them. Okay. No, we're not gonna go there. Rubbing alcohol is great. Also, if you have something, like, as long as it's not like your windshield or something that you never want to stick, Vaseline. Also, if you just want to ruin someone's windshield, Vaseline. Petroleum jelly. Ooh, what kind of casserole? I'm a big fan. I don't know why. People like to make fun of casseroles. I think they're fantastic. Sue me, but one of my favorites ever is actually tuna casserole. I know. I'm a sick fuck. I grew up on it. It's delicious. Hateful beasts. Hateful beasts. I spend more on gas pre-starting my car than actual driving. That is fucking sick. Just getting it to warm up so it doesn't die while you're driving. Wow. Worth it? Right, Gov? Thank you. I watch a lot of cooking shows and stuff. People always make fun of casseroles. Like, casseroles are the perfect food. Everything's in one bite and put together on purpose and tastes good. You know? It's delicious. I don't know why people hate on that shit. Now that they were forced to set it all up, don't they just make snow days remote now? I don't. Honestly, where I grew up, I have no idea. I was the sticks, hard the sticks. Where there's no like some people literally don't have phones or internet still to this day and use porta potties. Like I know people that live in that area that still to this day don't even have electricity in their homes. They have an outhouse. So I don't know how they could require that from the kids, but I'm 34, so like I've been out for a bit. But the town population has not gone up. It's exactly the same. Maybe. I know when I was like a freshman in college, like right out of high school, and I went to college over by Seattle, I knew people who had younger siblings who were being required to have iPads for school already. So I don't know. It might just be where you're at. Thank you. Tuna casserole is fucking delicious. Thank you. I'm making a tuna casserole. Oh, yes. And didn't say because peeps get weird about it. Isn't that fucking weird? Why? Is it because people were like overfed tuna casserole or something? Like, I don't get it. How do you make it? Can I ask how you make it? My mom used to make it with, it would be like noodles, tuna, and then like a can of mushroom soup or whatever. And then she would put a can of drained horse chestnuts in it, like sliced horse chestnuts. And that was my favorite part. And then I think like chopped up celery and cheese, maybe? Man, Zach hates tuna casserole because he was overfed it as a child, which I respect. I've got foods like that. So I haven't cooked fish turns my stomach. I understand that. Like I have certain things like that, like that turn my stomach heavily. We'll still get weird about it. I love tuna casserole. I love it. It was literally probably like top 5 favorite things my mom made as a kid. And when the top layer gets like, oh, you definitely put a layer of cheese on top, don't you? Because I remember the top layer, there'd be some of those spirally noodles that would stick out and they'd get crispity crunchy, like almost hard from the oven baking. And then the cheese on top would get like stretchy and crispy. Oh my God, getting a corner piece of the casserole. Oh, you are a fucking lucky ass bee. But you can make it with anything. I don't think you have to make it with tuna. I think honestly it was just like a Depression era food. I ate a lot of Depression era food. My mom was older than most parents. Like we ate a lot of shit on a shingle too. I love shit on a shingle though. It's hamburger helper. Go fuck yourself. That's all it is. No, and I'm trying to think. There are a couple foods that do that to me. Most cooked fish, to be honest. Tuna, like canned tuna, is one of the few that doesn't fuck me up. I grew up having like we would also make tuna melts. You ever make those, Genova? If you like tuna casserole, you probably really like tuna melts. It was basically like a thick ass cut of bread, not like a tiny thin pre-cut piece of bread. You need a pretty thick like Texas toast thickness style bread. And then you basically make like tuna salad in a bowl. So you add your canned tuna, your mayonnaise, or Greek yogurt, whichever. I don't like mayonnaise, so I go with Greek yogurt. And then like a squirt of mustard and some relish if you like. And you put that on the toast and then cover it in cheese like completely. So the cheese, it's almost like beans on toast with cheese. So the cheese literally melts over and encapsulates the tuna on it. And you leave it in the oven. It gets all like crispy and toasty. Oh, it's fucking delicious. I grew up eating that a lot too. I had a lot of siblings, so we ate a lot of that poor people food. But it was good. I'm good. I grew 6 feet. It can't be bad for you. I only hated it because of cream and mushroom soup. And I have a lot of foods. Mayo. That's a big one. Glut. There you go. Like honestly, like to this day, I use Greek yogurt to make my tuna salad or anything if I do tuna because mayo fucks me up. I'm you and cook fish, me and mayo. I just can't. It's something about the weird gelatinous texture. I like a dry sandwich. I don't like wet bread. I don't know. I get it. We're all picky about weird shit. I haven't had Spam casserole, but I grew up eating a lot of Spam. My grandpa was in World War II, so I grew up eating a lot of like military. Like we had 2 little tin cups with the little handle that we would go get water and drink out of the hose with. We were like, it was awesome. He was a great grandpa. But yes, absolutely. He would make Spam everything, but I don't think we had a casserole. But we had Spam a lot. I loved fried Spam growing up. I never knew any of this shit was weird until I was older and people were like, you're weird for eating that. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. You're 5 feet tall, bitch. Someone was eating right. Someone wasn't. Back when we thought, this happened because of what you ate. My mom makes a casserole with rice, eggs, spinach, and cheese. Ooh, is it like kind of like a is it called a frittata? There's a frittata and a quiche. One has a crust and one doesn't. Both delicious. One's easier because it doesn't have a crust. A frittata. Is that like a frittata? Sounds good. I'd eat the shit out of that spam and eggs. Fuck yes. We should just fried spam sandwiches with a slice of cheese, slice of American cheese. But I don't like matsubi. Is that weird? I tried it. I really wanted to like matsubi. There's something about it, like the spam with the rice and seaweed. I just don't like it. I want to peel it apart and just eat the spam. I don't know what happened because I love sushi. Quiche has crust. Okay, frittata is crustless. Okay, cool. Yeah. Mayo McNasty is the only mayo in my entire life that I will ever keep in my life. We love Mayo McNasty. We will keep Mayo McNasty forever. That is the only mayo allowed on my sandwich. Period. Lilith, why are you sucking on my hand? Is it break time already? I don't know. I'm bad at time at nighttime. I love you, mayo. Whenever I say I fucking hate mayo, Mayo McNasty is the clause, the small print underneath, never includes Mayo McNasty. Love is eternal. And it's a heart, but it's kind of like a butt and a dick at the same time. It's in the small print. You just need to get glasses. We know. I would never. But like, Hellman's or, oh, fuck me up. If you try to get me with fucking Miracle Whip, you guys know my grape story, the projectiling thing. Miracle Whip. Why? Who wants vinegar jello? Miracle Whip. Absolutely not. I know they're still out here with me. I wonder if he has a meeting. Because literally Trick's out here with me too, and normally they would be back there with him. What's up, baby girl? She has the wiggliest nose. I love it. I play with her nose a lot. A frittata. It's a frittata. I'm just saying it like a doofus. That's it. I like to make up my own words. It's way more fun. Excuse me. To be fair, food definitely impacts growth. Asians are starting to get a lot taller now that their diets have improved. You know, I read a study about that said it's had something to do with not sitting on your knees anymore and actually having adequate blood flow to the legs in childhood that they can grow. But I don't know how legit that is. I don't. That was way back when I was in college. I was taking a genetics class and they were like, this may be a cause. Like they were talking about like causation versus, what is it? Causation versus correlation, you know? Like things that we can prove and things that we can just observe and be like, maybe. To be fair, forever. I'm bad. I've even made Miracle Whip on a Dude. I even have Miracle Whip on a sandwich we don't have. So, but I'm that way with mustard. No shit, Kendo. When I was a kid, me and Katrina, Josh, and Sarah, we would stay up really dumb late at night. Like, we would try to push until like 5 o'clock. We always tried to push the sunrise all the time. And when we would, you know, at a certain point around like 3 or 4 in the morning, you're so fucking tired that if you don't actively do something, you'll just pass out while standing up. And so what we would do is we would just eat, but pour, and we didn't want our mom to notice. And one thing we always had in excess was bread. She would just buy loaves of bread and put them in the freezer, so we always had bread. We would make mustard sandwiches. Like, just mustard. Sandwiches. And fucking eat the shit out of them. And a lot of people feel very strongly about mustard, so, like, I get it. I get it. I love mustard. I could squirt it in my mouth and be a very happy human. It's disgusting, and I love it. Wait, did your recipe just get banged? Stop. I don't even see it. Wait. Oh, nope. I see it. It was literally one click scroll up. It's a bit, I drain out the tuna, heat up some olive oil and lemon juice, mix it up in the tuna, cut up mushrooms and onions. Ooh, yum. I've never added mushrooms. That sounds good. Make my own cream of mushroom because can is a salt factory. A fucking men. Egg noodles, peas, cheese on top in the oven. Then there's some thyme, onion, garlic powder. Yum. Dude, worth it. And the leftovers, though, they're fantastic. That's one of the few things. Like, casserole leftovers are great. I was just saying yesterday, I hate leftovers. Like, I'm really bad at not eating leftovers. And I try not to make enough food to have leftovers because I don't like wasting food. But a casserole? Fuck me up. Delicious. Najeel, how are you? I know, I had to spend the morning warming my house and being anxious, but I'm here, queer, and ready to fuck. I love Hellman's because it brings me back to lunches when I lived in Canada as a kid. I love nostalgic foods, though. We'd come home for lunch and have bologna and Hellman's Toasties. Oh, you know what Zach and I did the other night that was very childhood memory-like? We made HelloFresh, but the HelloFresh meal, it was like chili. It was like some sort of, like taco chili or something like that. And it was the first night the snow hit, and we were like, yeah, big bowl of soup sounds fucking delicious. And I opened the fridge while he was making the chili, and we had one of those, like, I don't know if you guys have, I don't know if everybody has these, but they're like, it's the Pillsbury Doughboy, like, biscuits in a can thing. What would you call that? The can that you have to slam on your counter, and it's so scary I make Zach do it because it gives me a panic attack. We had the cinnamon roll ones. And I pulled it out, and I was like, Zach, should we make, and he's like, you mean like elementary school lunch, chili and cinnamon rolls? And I was like, huh? And we did it, and it was great. We had I think we watched Fight Club. I think that was the night we watched Fight Club. We felt very youthful. It was great. I have to find the recipe for cheese zombies now. It's good to have nostalgic shit like that. I don't know. My mom doesn't like mayo either, so I don't think I was really, like, forced to eat it at all. I like hot sauce. I'd put Cholula on a lot of things, or Tabasco. I've been getting shorter since my diet's been better. Wait, what? Oh, no, Genova, it's fine. It's fine. I get on a tangent, and then I miss chat. But I'm gonna add, I wonder, I've never thought to make my own cream and mushroom soup. It's probably stupid easy. You probably, like, saute. Why am I like this? Aaron. Why, you probably just saute it in a pan and then add cream, right? YouTube's just not loading. It's just having a minute. It's on. I found it. It's just not loading, which is fine. I can probably pull up Spotify to get us music though. Get us something in the background. Jesus Christ. Yes, I can. Spotify doesn't drag as many fucking resources, I guess. That was really loud, Spotify. Can you calm the bitch down?
Calm the bitch down.
That was aggressive shit. Thank you. The pre-cut dough kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. They're great if you don't have any bread and you want some bread real quick. Like, they literally take like 20 minutes in the oven. The ones that feel like you're tight, yes. Yep. It's like snapping a really tight sausage casing. Yep. I hate it. I will not even be in the room when it's popped. It's the same reason why guns are not a hobby of mine. I'm not anti-guns. The loud fucking crack in my ear is what I'm anti. I can't, that adrenaline spike that people do things like that for, I can't come down from, chemically speaking, and it's horrific. Tapatio. Yes, I have a huge bottle of it. I love Tapatio. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, I used to make like wraps, like with a whole wheat tortilla, and I'd put Tapatio all over it and like wipe it on with a knife and coat the fucking whole wheat tortilla in Tapatio. And then I'd put all the veggies and all the meat and whatever and cheese and shit I don't know I wanted. Oh yeah, Tapatio. Cholula is a mainstay in our house. Now Binko's. Now that I've been treated to so much Binko's, that shit's really addicting and really good. Zach is a hardcore Taco Bell hot sauce fan, which I actually kind of understand. It's the only thing of theirs I actually like. Like, they have good hot sauce. It's kind of weird. The hot. No. Is the hot? It's not the black packet. I don't remember what color packet it is, but it's pretty tasty hot sauce. I'm not a hater in any way, shape, or form. But it's not the black. It's not the hatefully one. Kendo, thank you for the generous tip of biddies, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to brush your teeth and wash your hands. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, love. Be good. It's YouTube. It's also my browser lately. For some reason, every once in a while, my browser, it starts crashing tabs out of nowhere, or it won't load them. I've noticed it lately. Like, this is a really weird thing, actually. Hulu will, like, if I just go to Hulu, I have nothing open, one tab. I go to Hulu. Sometimes it literally takes over a minute just for the homepage of Hulu to load. No login or anything, just the homepage. And then when I try to go watch something, the subtitles, because I always have subtitles on unless it's like a comedy stand-up, just because it's nice to have. I'm addicted to them now. They're either like literally lines ahead or 15 seconds behind regularly. And it happens on Zach's computer in our bedroom too. I have no idea why. It's real weird. Honey, I don't have Honey anymore. Interesting. I wonder if it's one of my add-ons that crashes my browser though. I didn't even think of that. I don't have a lot though. I have like Dark Reader. I have, the ad blocker, Malware Bytes. I have nothing like weird or special as add-ons, but I wonder if maybe I should just get rid of all of them. I don't know. Ooh, tater tot casserole is something else though. Nothing to throw shade at. It's fucking delicious. Me and my housemate buy the cinnamon roll ones and make them on special days. Sometimes those special days are regular days. Every day can be a special day. Every day is special if you try hard enough. They're delicious and so much easier than making cinnamon rolls from scratch. Holy shit. There are times I can't drink water because it kicks my girds in. That's my mom has that too. My mom has that really bad from just like 5 million years of drinking way too much coffee. She's eroded her sphincter in her stomach and she gets GERD real bad sometimes if she drinks too much water. Same shit. And it's hilarious because like we give her a hard time about it all the time. She drinks coffee still to this day like it's the only thing available to drink. And I'm like, Mother, I have not seen you drink a glass of water in 24 hours. She's like, it'll make me puke a little. I'm like, okay. You do you. I got that. I get it. Taco Bell fire sauce is good. Yeah, I totally get it. I don't hate on that at all. Gochujang is incredible. That's hard to come by around here though. We don't have a lot of like I still haven't found like an Asian grocer that's nearby my house. They're like on the other side of the city, which kind of sucks. We have anything from Mexican culture you can get for food though. Like everything Mexican food is fucking phenomenal here though. Like top tier. Incredible. The best I've had. Like you will not find bad Mexican food in this area and that's great. Ideal. She just needed attention. Oh, is it? Malwarebytes is okay to download and spot check your machine, but it's a background resource hog. You know, I think I got it because my browser was crashing all the time. I probably don't need it very much anymore, but I don't know. Oh, cuteness, shut the fuck up. Happy theoretical last time your lips touched your mom's vagina. I can't yell because I have a bill here, but happy birthday, happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your no, Mom. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my love, cuteness. I hope it's wonderful and you eat something delicious. Oh, Bill. How does it feel to be the big 3-0? Are you feeling, what is it? 30, flirty, and she's trying to climb up me. Come on. Got it. You got it. Good. Better. I want to turn. What? What? Precious babies. Let's not talk about Mom's back. I'm so sorry. Ooh! Glut, thank you. I love gochujang. I hope I'm saying that right. It's delicious. I think it's Korean, is it not? Is it like a Korean ingredient? I think. Happy womb evacuation anniversary day. That logic means most men lost their virginity at birth. Oh my god, and I hate that. I hate the concept of virginity, but too fucking shay. God damn it, Orcus. How dare you? I have a child. There's a child. You gonna turn that way? Yeah. Your butt right. Get your butt right. Figure out your butt. Better? This is what I mean by the squirreling. This is an 80-pound standard poodle. Hold on. We're stuck. Hold on, Bill. We're stuck. This is the squirreling. She can make herself so small. Kind of. You okay? Is this just where you needed to be? Ma'am? She is. She's like a cat. If it fits, I sits, Mom. And I can make it work. You okay? She looks so tired. You're on my headphones, baby girl. Come on. You're pulling me. You're pulling me. Don't lick it. Don't lick it. You want to listen to the music? No? Okay. What am I grabbing? Why'd you pull it out, though? Why are you like this? Nuh-uh. Yada, that's fucking creepy as hell. Wait, hold on. Let me scoot with my lap dog. Viata said, Mom messaged me earlier to tell me 2 of her radiation techs have the same names as my sister and I. That is beyond creepy. That being said, I've met multiple sisters who are named Katie and Sarah. Like, more than I can remember, which is weird. Like, I don't know what that combo was for, but there's a lot of sisters named Katie. I actually think Sarah, a Bird of the Past, has a sister named Katie. If I'm not totally fucked. It's so weird. I don't know what that, like, those names must have just been dumb popular, or like, were they in a movie together or something? I don't know, but I've met multiples. That's kind of precious, though. It probably gives her some, like, level of comfort in a weird psychological way, though, you think? Hi, Bubba. I know. Sister's a lap hog. I know. My Void Boy's here to say hi. Love you. Sister's a bitch. Your sister's a bitch, I know. What? What are you doing? I know, I want to snuggle you too, but your sister's a bitch. Alright, have you never... So that's even weirder. That's kind of cool, though. That makes it more special. I've met Sarah's met multiples, too. It's very weird. Katie's and Sarah's go together for some reason. Yep, he's here. He's in the void. He's my boy. He loves his sister. He doesn't even care. My mom brought up an old high school friend of mine that's a successful family practice doctor, end quote. I then told her I make more than most doctors. She went, really? It's shocking. Like, I was even under that misconception that doctors made loads. Doctors don't make as much as you'd think. They're not that rolling. Unless you're like some psychotic specialist that's like the one surgeon known for this one procedure or something like that. They don't make that much money. Like, considering what we all think they make. They're just like rolling, you know what I mean? Especially considering how many loans they come out with. Oh my God. I haven't met a doc who doesn't come out with over $500,000 loans out of school. And that's insane. Like, I was 100-ish loans. It's a house. They come out with a house in loans, you know? But it's crazy because it's like, they can't repo your education. It's up here. That's how we graduate. We prove it's up here. You know? It's a weird phenomenon. It's very weird. He does want to be there. I know. He's right. His whole body is right here. He's just like, he's my precious void. Oh, he's on my headphones. Bubba. You're hooking me, bud. That's a good boy. This little squirrel dog. She's so funny. Sniff your ass. Did you fart on me? Yeah? Probably. Najee, right? It's crazy. That's medical school. And it's just how long they go. It's not like medical schools. It is a little bit more expensive, and a lot of people go out of state because it's the only place. They'll go anywhere they get in, basically. When you graduate with your undergrad, you go and you take your MCATs, which is like, what do they take for law school? You have to do a test like that for law school too, don't you? It's basically a test saying, I'm not an idiot and I'm not crazy and I can get into med school. The bar, LSATs. The bar is what you take after law school. LSATs to get into law school. Yep. MCAT, that's for medical school. And so basically you graduate with undergrad, take your MCAT, and if you pass, you send those scores all over the country and go wherever you can. So a lot of them end up with out-of-state tuition. And similar to I've bitched about this a lot, but half the time you're in school, you can't get the class you need because it's at the same time as another class you need, or it's not offered until 2 quarters later because it's only offered once a semester or once a year, you know what I mean? Depending on quarter semester system, whatever. And so a lot of doctors end up in school for a lot longer than they should be, or they end up in classes a lot longer than they should be. And out-of-state tuition is, I don't even know what it is anymore, to be honest. Does anybody have any idea what out-of-state tuition costs? For just like a state school? I have no clue anymore. When I was in college, it was $5K a quarter. And I was on a 3-quarter system, but I did summer school as well because I wanted to get it over quicker. And I was still in school for 9 years. But I think out of state was at least twice the price. Because it basically what they're saying is if your parents don't live in the state you're going to college, they didn't pay the taxes to support that college. So you have to pay twice the tuition because you didn't pay any taxes to support that college, even though we all pay taxes to the fucking government. Yeah, 2 to 5 times. Shut up, seriously? Holy shit. That's dumb. That's insane. Wow. And the GMAT's for, thank you, the GMAT's for business school. And then I think there's one for vet school. Anytime you're going into some sort of like graduate school, I think there's some sort of prerequisite type of test. You know, that's why you like take your anatomy and physiology in as late as possible. My mom brought up an old high school friend of mine I just love that so much. I love that. I need to take my own chat advice and get up and stretch and hydrate because I've been lying down with a desert mouse since I woke up. Oh my God, get some fucking water. I will stretch as soon as my cat decides to get off my lap. Is that a deal? A neurosurgeon might out earn me, but maybe not. And that's the thing. Like most neurosurgeons that I knew, if they did neurosurgery every day, yes, they would out earn all of us. But, you know, those surgeons that make the big bucks because they do crazy surgeries, they make those big bucks because those crazy surgeries aren't that often. So a lot of the times they're doing, you know, they'll work in a clinic and do like outpatient work. And then once a week they go into the hospital and do surgery because that's their specialty, or they're going in and teaching a lot of the time to make up extra hours. Because there's not a constant flow of surgery for these specialist kind of things. Versus like the hospital that I worked in, we did, you know, Whipples and like, I'm sorry, Billith, every single fucking like flap surgery imaginable. We took care of a lot of vets who the VA fucked up. We would fix them. But you know, horrific car crashes and stuff like that. We did a lot of plastics work. I didn't work in the neurosurgery is actually its own ward completely in a hospital. That's how specialized it is. And honestly, I worked there a few times just picking up extra shifts. And it's just fucking depressing because every single patient, I swear to God, was shaved directly just one line down the middle of their skull. I called it the bozo, like the bozo the clown haircut. And they're all brain dead. When you come out of brain surgery, you're a zombie. And our job is to wake you up and get your brain working again. So when they come out of surgery, when usually you need me to extubate them, they're like, and drooling, and it's just like sad. Feels like a people farm a little bit. I don't know. I worked in a surgical unit, but it wasn't brain surgery. A lot of heart surgery, a lot of flaps. This is my, you see Zoe? You see, she climbed me all on her own. She got up here, curled up in a ball, tricks wrapped around my feet. Don't worry, he's here. A year near me was like $50K out of state. And in-state was 15. So it was about the same as my college, 15K for an in-state year. 50K for out. Wow, that's disgusting. That seems so illegal. No shit. Juan, my eldest child looked at an out-of-state college. It was almost 5 times. 5 times? I'm sorry, I almost vomit, but I realized I blocked myself from the mic. 5 times the cost. That's insane. Don't my taxes go to the fucking federal government? I don't, that's just like, it seems unfair because if you don't have a school in your state that has the degree or specialty that you want to do, you're fucked. Or you're in eternal debt, it sounds like. I mean, can you even pull loans for out-of-state tuition? You know what I mean, financial aid. Does financial aid even pay out of state? I don't know. I feel like when I was in college, they wouldn't. Or they would only do a really small portion or something like that. Like, they were very minimal. They didn't give a shit. They fucking hate us. GREs, yes. General requirement education or something like that. Or general education requirements. Yeah, yep. That's how I took Greek mythology, cinema, Russian history, Russian. I know a few hospitals that have like neurocardiac ortho specialties in their hospital with their own clinics that don't pay rent. But if there's an accident, the clinic's on hook, not the hospital. That's nice, honestly. That's weird. It's like renting a chair in a salon, kind of. They subsidize their higher education a little bit, but they give more money to K through 12. That's the main focus of Department of Education outside of student loans for higher education. So then how can they like charge us that much more for out of state? Like, are they justified in that? Are they really losing out that much, or are they making money off out of state tuition? You know, it's really weird, Najio, because I almost did. I was looking into it when I was in high school because I was looking at colleges in Nevada and Arizona where both my grandparents had houses, and I think it was you have to prove you have to prove that you received mail at an address in that state for a certain amount of time, but I can't remember how long it is. Does anybody know? I think it's like a year. Like, that's how you proved you lived there, basically. You have to be able to prove mail. A year and a day, Zoe says. I think it's a year sounds really familiar, but that's basically what it was. And I almost did it. Like, I almost, like, got mail delivered to my Nana's house just so I could go. Because they had different schools. They had schools more specialized in different stuff, different medicine. I was lazy and didn't do it. Each state has different residency requirements. Interesting. I wonder if there's any that are dumb long. Zoe says in-state tuition for my school is $20K a semester. Is that normal? Oh my god, Lilith farted. Are you just she's just huffing her own ass right now. Lilith's literally bathing in her everyone likes the scent of their own brand. Lilith is bathing in her brand right now. Great, we're having a good time. She smells so bad. What up, Vex? I woke up and it was so fucking cold. I freaked out about my animals and I went and bought a space heater. So I started hella late. But my animals are alive. Florida, you just needed a piece of mail with the Florida address on it. That's how Maryland was. But I don't know if like I remember when I got my Maryland, that's what I had to do for my Maryland. There's something in my eyeball. For my Maryland license, I just got like my ID when I lived in Maryland because I had to work at the hospital there. They just needed a piece. It was like a piece of like official mail. Like it had to come from a government agency or it had to come from like a hospital or something like that, or like you can literally mail yourself a piece of mail through the post office, and that counts. And that's all I had to do to get a license there. But I don't know how. I don't know. How do you prove you lived anywhere for a certain amount of time? That seems like such a arbitrary thing. You could either prove really easily, depending on like how weird they make it. I don't know. It has right, Glut. It's been a few minutes. Like I don't want to talk about it either. My state, a very red state, will report students to their home state's Department of State regarding voting irregularity. Really? How petty. Wow, that's weird. Fucking 12-hour day of work. Oh my god, Vile, how are you feeling, Honeybean? So many streetlights were out in northern Illinois. Loads of people with no power because of the ice storm. You know, honestly, Zach's UPS is the only thing that was saving him all day. We had a lot of flickers. I had like 4. Before 1 PM, we had about 4 flickers. My internet kept going out. Shit was just freezing all over the place. I just turned my PC off and decided to dust it. But yeah, it was going off a lot earlier. I think just the icy ass cold shit. We had a dog that realized that people were complaining about her farts. When she farted, she would smell it, and if it was bad, she'd sigh and leave the room. Oh my god, that's almost sad. Like, I feel like we shamed that fucking dog. Oh, Lil, you smell great. She smells so bad, though. She's gonna fall asleep on my lap. This is how she sleeps, with her legs, like, up by her face. To be honest, this is how I sleep, too. If you're a renter, the agreement should be proof. But if you're a mortgage holder, the date of the mortgage should be a good indicator. Exactly, yeah. But, like, what if you... Yeah, I guess. I was thinking more for, like, kids. Because, you know, if you're under 18 or just 18, you're not paying rent. You're not on any bills. You were living with your parents. So, like, you're not on a mortgage or on a renter's thing. Like, then how do you do it? You know what I mean? Oh, yep. We have that problem too. Branches will freeze and just snap off. Yep. She didn't give a shit. She's gonna go to sleep. She doesn't give a shit. If it gets cold enough, trees will explode. Is it the water inside of them like crystallizing and bursting the tree wood? That'd be cool to see and sad. I stretched, I watered, I got sustenance as I missed dinner, and I'm about to take my joy. Good. Take your joy. If I could reach my shit, I would press it. But I have a Lilith. Yeah, Lena, that's the only thing I was thinking of. But you're right, as an adult, yes. But as a kid, like, I was on nothing. As a kid, you're on nothing. Like, what do you have? Maybe a debit account if you had a job. Like a high school job. Yes. Bill, she's falling asleep. I'm both of her feet are in my hands, and she is going to sleep now. This is normally why I kind of shoo her away during stream. Because this is what she'll do, and she'll never leave. She's a cat. We used to, where I went to college, Vile, we used to get ice storms. We didn't get them so bad that tree branches and shit would snap. But I remember I would go to school and the icicles would be sideways on tree branches because the wind was so strong at the same time as the icicles forming. It was very weird. It was like something out of a Seuss book. Oh, is Dad up and alive? Better go find him. Bye. I'm second nature to them. I don't matter. I get it. Here's my boy. Such a sweet gentleman. I just had to get a boy snuggle. I just had to get a snuggle from my sweet boy because he was being neglected. I love you. I'm sorry your sister's such a stupid bitch. Yes, I agree. Let us break. You guys want to go outside, go potty? Do you want to go potty outside? Nope, they're going to fight under my desk instead. I know. He's just such a gentleman. Oh, and now see what now she's humping. This is a PG-13 stop. Womp, don't look. Oh god, chaos. Don't look at this. Stop. Oh. Teal OS. Oh. And it gets dark outside. Not me, apparently. Fuck, it's cold. Oh my god. Just like literally open that door for 1 second. Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone. All the warmth. It left me. It's gone now. It's left me body. Yeah, it's a shocker and like the worst kind. I would rather have a weird pinky up my butt. Zach goes out there in a t-shirt, my dudes. He's nuts. Holy shit. Oh. Yeah, honestly, Sleaze, amen. It doesn't make sense. Like, I've got plenty of fat on my body. I jiggle. I shake. By all rights, it should be warm in this sack. I don't know. Brr. Yeah, the radiation ball left my presence. What a rude bitch it's been. Fuck. Skin is faulty. Oh my god. I know it's cold when I physically can't talk. That's what happened. I just start to shiver. Like, my whole body clenches and I can't speak. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Hello.
Hello, sir. Might I have some more?
You know, there is like a disorder where some people can't feel pain. I wonder if there's one where you can't feel cold. It's got to be just as dangerous, right? I read when man, this is very layman's explanation, but when I was in school, I read that people with uteruses and ovaries we tend to get cold easier because our bodies optimize all of our blood flow to our gonads, i.e. our ovaries when it's cold out. And if you have nuts, they have to stay at perfect temperature, which is why they're on the outside of your body. And so when you get hot or cold, your body just like raises them or lowers them versus we don't have that ability. So our body's like, let's just cook them and fuck your arms, I guess. Uteruses, though. Or yeah, it is. I watched a documentary one time on it, and they had a little girl. She was like 8 years old. They had a little girl. The documentary featured a little girl. I think she was about 8 years old. She was real young, and they were saying that she has this disease. Ever since she was a baby, she cannot feel pain, and so they were showing that every single time she goes out to recess, when she comes back in, she has to go to the school nurse and get almost an entire body look down to make sure she has no bruises or cuts because she can break a bone and not know it. Like, that's wild. Pain is there for a reason. Like, it's just some of us are just I'm well aware. I am a fucking pansy. I know it. I'm just willing to admit it. Is that why AMABs are space heaters? If they still have balls, I would assume. I don't know everything, but yes. Yes. It's really crazy, Lizzie. Seriously. So everybody's gonads are inside their body when they're in the womb, and then depending on what chromosome mix you have, they decide to do whatever they want. And if you have the chromosomes to get balls and a penis, what happens is they drop lower. They don't drop out, obviously, because your balls like drop, but they drop and they pull an abdominal muscle, one of the abdominal muscles, with them. And that abdominal muscle is literally what controls the lava lamp movement of testicles. That's magical that we stare at in wonder. And its purpose is to drop the balls as far away from the body as possible when the body's hot and to tuck them up closer when the body's cold. And that's why assigned male at birth people tend to just be fucking radiators and just like emit heat. Whereas if you have the ovary uterus situation, your body tends to center all your heat here and fuck the rest of you. Like, it prioritizes your baby maker over everything, which sucks. Yeah, AMAB is assigned male at birth. Yes. The penis havers, or ex-penis havers, if you're lucky and have money, I should say. Some people are fortunate to get their pee-pees cut, and I'll power to you. If I had a pee-pee, I'd want to get that fucking shit cut off. I can't even fathom. Breaking, oh god. Oh my god, a parking garage collapsed? What the fuck? What the fuck? Due to snow? Like the weight of it? Oh my god. My mouse is stuck on my headphone cord. Wow, it's in Wisconsin? Oh my god, I hope everybody's okay. It literally, the weight of ice fucking smashed in a cement parking garage? I hope everybody's okay. That's terrifying. I know, Helix, it is really weird. I know. We woke up and it was so fucking cold this morning. Is there something? I feel like I got something on my face. It was freezing in my house this morning. Not actually freezing, but so cold that I got really nervous about my spiders. So I had to go to Lowe's and get a space heater and warm my house up. So I started way late, but what are you gonna do? At least we still got to hang out for a bit. Every human that has existed started as a person with ovaries, bearing birth defects. True. Bearing, Katie. Yeah. Or, just like the variations that come in humans. It's crazy to me. I hear about nurses and medical staff who are like, anti-trans or what the fuck ever. They claim to not be, but their actions and their words speak otherwise. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it took me maybe 6 months of working in medicine to see more than this many different types of genitals come out on babies. I don't know, man. I don't know where the fuck anybody was like, yeah, those two categories seem like a great plan. And I didn't live in an area with like, water wasn't turning frogs gay.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I
You know what I
guarantee
mean?
you'll be able to go as smooth as velvet.
This is why XY women have no uterus, because not being able to react to testosterone doesn't mean they have the stuff to make one. Yes. Yeah. Show me your ovaries. Hey, 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 hey. It crushed a shitload of cars. I hope there were no people. That lake effect snow, I mean, it was Wisconsin, right? Does Wisconsin have they're on the lakes. They must have I just learned about this lake effect, I mean, this year. You guys taught me. Or was it like, within the last 6 months? I've never lived near the Great Lakes. Seriously, the closest I've ever been is New York. I've never lived near them, so I had no idea, but the lake effect is pretty magic. If you're unaware of what the lake effect is, it can only happen on fresh water, obviously, because saltwater is saltwater. But the air, the wind going across the top of the lake is so fucking cold that it, like, creates snow coming off of the top of the lake. Right? That's it, right? In a very layman's terms. Until you reach premenopause, true. And I know menopause would be terrible. I watched my mom go through that shit. All the sympathy. That woman would strip naked in traffic. The poor thing. It was terrible. I felt, whoa. Whoa. My screen just went white mode for a minute. Do I like games about weed? I mean, I like good games about anything, really. I've played a few weed games. Like weed, I played like a dealer game. Oh god, I have a couple of them. I have what are they called? Weed. Is it just called Weed Dealer? I have a couple weed games. They're pretty funny. Why am I streaming? I started really late, press. I know. It's so fucking cold here, honestly. It's so cold that our mini splits won't work. They froze, and our house heat isn't strong enough to, like, heat our house completely. So when I woke up this morning, our thermostat said it was, like, 61 degrees, and I got really scared for all my animals because they need, like, at least 68 degrees to not die. So I went to Lowe's and got a space heater and spent a lot of my mornings just heating my house up. Like, I put the oven on. Is it Weed Shop? That's not Weedcraft. 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 They're pretty fun if you haven't played them. I know. I have no concept of time either. It's very weird. Life, finds a way. Facts. I was asking Mom about something genital health related, and she was like, I don't know. And I'm like, Mom, you see labia all the time. And she's like, I'm focused on the children coming out of them. I'm going to be honest, Lizzie. I don't think I ever saw the vagina of any birth I was in. I think we're pussy blind. Oh my god, I think we're pussy blind. I mean, unless you're part of the team that takes care of Mom. I'm pussy blind, for real. I've never seen the shit come out of a butthole. I've never, I'm so anxious to catch the baby and make sure it's breathing that I'm just like, ooh, a head, a mouth, is it crying? Give me that, and I'm out. Like, as soon as that baby's out of that puss, I'm gone with it. Like, I've got that umbilical cord clipped, and I'm out. Like, I'm so fucking out to make sure the baby's okay. That's crazy. Your mother and I have this in common. That's weird. I never thought about it before, but you're totally right. I've literally, there's a large portion of children in the Pacific Northwest area that I was the very first human skin they ever came in contact with, and you're welcome. No shit, Viata, you're less than a half a mile. Do you guys get that pretty strong there? It feels unnatural, I know. I used to be the night mother. Those were the old days. You know, I've never played the God of War games. I've always wanted to start them again, but I've watched them so many times. I feel like I need to, go on a God of War cleanse, not watch anyone play any God of War, not talk about it for, a year to, start over my brain on them. 850 hours? I mean, those resource management games, that's what I meant, Lena, when I said, when you asked if I like games about weed, if a game has, a really good resource management mechanic like that, it's my crack. You know what I'm saying? I'm all over it. But it could be themed anything. I've played, baking games like that and building games and so on and so forth. They're great.
Lesbian. Oh.
You fucking betcha. You want to fucking talk about it? Do I need to come over there and have a conversation about how my gay is possibly offending you?
We gay as fuck, son.
Hi, gay. Yeah, we wouldn't. In the bedroom. You're just hanging out.
Wanna fight? I'm feeling spicy. I'd like to have a tiff! Mods, are you feeling hunger? The fuck?
Haven't had one of those in a while. They only come out at nighttime when they're out of daycare, though, so. High gay is the best meme. We watched that video yesterday. I've had it on my soundboard sit for now almost 2 years, almost 3 years actually, which is crazy. But it's been like a mainstay of the channel. And yesterday I was like, guys, it's been like a year since we watched this video. We have to watch it. We watched it. It's just as funny. It's still so fucking funny. It's still great. It's still so fucking good. Heteroflexible. I like that. I like that. That's beautiful. Rimworld made me the drug dealer. Oh, Rimworld though. What's one? Oh man, I've played a couple builders literally like shameful amounts of hours, and they are not great, but man, are they addicting. I can't even think of the names. I think one was like a dwarf themed one. One was a digging one. What's one where you like digged, you were kind of mold through the earth? Mold, like a mole. Not like a mold, but like mole. Fuck. Dude, there was a few that like just ow. Oh, yeah. Dig Dug, Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress, I think. Minecraft. Minecraft, definitely. Minecraft, absolutely. This one, the one I'm thinking of is more like a side scroller. And I think you were a little dwarf with like a pickaxe and you would dig down and make your little world and put like a lid on your world. Similar to Terraria, but more new. More like newish graphics. Newer themed. Man, I could go through my Steam, but Steam's been fucky today. I didn't want it to try to fuck my computer up. I know Zach was having like a fucking migraine with it. That shit was a pain in the dick today. Hold on. Civ 5. Civ 5, I have thousands of hours in. Civ 5 is one of those. That's not really a resource management one I would call. That's like a, what would you call that kind of game? Like a settlement. What would you call that? I know the term. I'm just blanking on it. It's like a tactical strategy, tactical, whatever. Oh, thousands. Because I have Civ on so many different platforms. I even have it on my fucking iPad. Like a 4x strategy, right? Dude, have you ever played? You've played, right? Civ 5 is easily the best. I liked the newer one too, but oh my god. This song is so old. And do you guys remember this song? This poor boy passed away. Beautiful song, though. I have to show you the video. We can't listen to that song and not see the video. This is actually a friend, was a friend of someone in our community who unfortunately took their life shortly after this video was taken. But it's one of the most beautiful songs / I don't know. I just want to show it to you. It's really pretty. It's not respectful to not watch it together. We can't just listen to it. It's really pretty. Civ on iPad is pure crack. Yep, I have Civ and I have Darkest Dungeon on iPad, and those are things I have to be careful with. Yep. Oh yeah, Graveyard Keeper, that's another one that's really good. I was literally scrolling through my thing, just looking at the ones that are most played. Definitely Civ. Where is the dwarf one, though? I know there was one where you dug and you, like, put a lid on your little diggy place. I have so many builder games. I'm addicted. I love a good one. I mean, there's something about them that really tickles. Ooh, Frostpunk was a decent one. If you like one that has, like, pressure, like, they start to freeze to death and shit like that. It's not like you just have forever to do whatever you want. Frostpunk's really good. Sometimes it can be a little annoying, but it's good. Banished had promise. Wasn't the best, but it had good promise. Where the fuck? I guess this. Oh, Craft. Was it Craft the World? Craft the World. Did you play Craft the World? Cheers. Cheers to saying bye-bye to that boring person. Breath Edge is such a good game. I play that on stream. Breath Edge is so fucking good. Frostpunk's amazing. And fun fact, you know how in Frostpunk, there's like one main narrator voice, and then there's lots of little voices of people conversating. Like if you zoom in all the way, you can hear them talking to each other. The majority of those voices are actually Amelia Tyler and Jay Britton doing different voices of their own, mimicking. And then I think Jay Britton's actually one of the narrators, if not the narrator, which is really cool. I played that game so many hours before I knew that. I had no idea. They're so fucking good at what they do. I apologize for the horrible troll, but my mods have been fed for once, and I'm sure they're happy about it. We rarely get that anymore because we usually hang out with mature people in the mature hours, sadly. Thomas Was Alone, very minimalist and fun. I think I played that one. That sounds really familiar. Craft the World's definitely the one I was thinking of. Another one that's very crack-like and addicting that's on iPad, if you would like one. If you don't, plug your ears. Northgard. Anybody play Northgard? That is addiction. That game is very fun, and it's on iPad. It's kind of different. It's more like you buy the hexes, instead of just like randomly expanding wherever you want. And there's actually like AI that's expanding against you. I have it on Steam. It's great. I have it on multiple platforms. It's one of those ones that's like it's easy to pick up anytime and just fuck around in. Yeah, I think Craft the World was the one. I know there's another dwarf one. I was just scrolling. Settlement Survival was okay. I played a lot of hours of it, but it got kind of like just, not exciting. Farthest Frontier was meh. That one was another one. Weed Shop is another weed game that I was thinking of. I don't think I've played that one yet. I own it. It's on my list of what we're gonna dig into this year. Which honestly, considering it's the end of February and we've already beat like 5 games, I'm pretty fucking proud of myself. That's more games than I've beat in like the last 8 years altogether. Honey, I Joined a Cult. I mean, that was pretty fun. Also, what was the other cult one? There was another cult one. The Cult of the Lamb, really good. Both of those were really fun. Dwarf Fortress, that sounds I think someone said that earlier too, Najee. That sounds so familiar. It sounds hella familiar. Sorry, my keyboard's really far away. And that was the wrong keyboard. I wasted my time. Why am I like this? I don't own Dwarf Fortress. Dwarfheim, but it wasn't Dwarfheim. Interesting. Maybe I played it. Yeah, it might have been on Game Pass or something. Oh, is Cult of the Lamb on sale? Cult of the Lamb is super cute. Very fun. Has like a very jovial Satan theme going on. But if you like it's how would you describe that game? It's like a roguelite mixed with a management, like a resource management / builder. It's great, and the music's great too, right? I was pleasantly surprised by that one. I think I have heard Falling in Reverse's new song. That sounds really familiar. Like someone gave it to me. Stoneheart's still to this day one of the best, but it doesn't get supported anymore and it crashes at a certain point. You know what? One that I was kind of disappointed in. Tell me if I'm totally off base. Like, am I just like missing it? Hell Architect? Not Hell's Architect. Hell Architect. Did anybody play that? I was disappointed. It wasn't near as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Like, it just got... It's like... How do I put it? It's like when a movie comes out and all the best parts are in a commercial. It's like everything cool that you were ever going to see was available the moment you started the game. Even in story mode, or whatever the mode was where it's not like sandbox mode. So it's not like you ever got anything cool. It's not like you were discovering new shit. There wasn't that push to keep going because maybe you'd find something different. It was kind of lame. It was just like the skin of the dungeon would change. So like you'd complete one quest and you'd go to the next dungeon or the next whatever. I can't remember what they called it. And it would be like all pink and flowery and candy themed. And all your people are miserable because it doesn't look like hell. But it was the exact same mission. And you had the exact same kind of people and the exact same torture devices to torture the exact same people. It just was kind of like... boom, boom. Monotonous. I don't know how to put it. I was bored. Oh my god, you cleaned Lara Croft's manor in Power Wash Sim. That's beautiful. Kel! I know. Honestly, I should get going soon because it's time to make dinner. But I started really late today because my house was fucking cold when I woke up this morning. And I was hella paranoid about all my pets. Like, all my spiders and shit that don't have heating lamps because they don't generally need them anywhere normal. And so I went to Lowe's and got a space heater. And I've been keeping the house hot. As warm as I possibly can. It's still pretty cold, but trying. Yeah, we're supposed to get more tonight, too. I don't know what time. But it's not warming up anytime soon. Like, it got... dude, I tweeted it this morning. So my phone is an Android, so I wake up with, like, Bixby, And Bixby this morning literally said, "Good morning. The temperature outside is currently -15 degrees with a high of -5. And I just turned it off and went back to sleep. Because fuck that. What the fuck? Dude, I know. My mom said that to me one time, and I was like, Mom, did you get clever in retirement? That's the secret. Global warming isn't real because this is actually hell. Welcome. At least my friends are here. That's nice. Although it seems like they're fucking up with flight. What is this? Necra Nom Nom Nom? How have I not heard of this? This looks at what is this? How? I'm adding that to my wish list. I haven't. I'm like on a buying games diet because I have like over 300 unplayed games in my Steam library. We're slowly chiseling away through them, but I'm still adding things to my wish list, and that looks cute as fuck. Necra Nom Nom Nom. Plunge into the depths of sanity and Lovecraftian lore in this eldritch horror dating visual novel. Will you find love or madness? Guys, do we need to play that or do we need to play that? Because that sounds great. That sounds fantastic. I don't know if it'll be as good as Boyfriend Dungeon, but like, that sounds pretty good. We hit 80. How's it feel to like have circulation in your fingers? Bitch. I cannot refute that logic, right? My body said no. Nope, that's hell. Don't get out of the blankets, Katie. You only have underwear on. You're going to die. People play games after purchasing? I'm saying. Like, I don't know what percentage of those games I bought versus what were gifted to me. It doesn't matter. It feels so gluttonous. No, again, we love gluttony. Like, there's nothing wrong with being gluttonous. But I could be spending that money or saving it, you know, and like playing the games I own. And that's what I'm trying. Because remember back in the day, you didn't go buy 5 games at Walmart, like CD games, and then just not play them. You bought one after you saved your money up, and you fucking went home half hard, literally, like with the game box in front of your dick to hide it from your little sister, scurried down to the basement, you put it in that computer, and you installed immediately. And you fucking played it. You played it. And nowadays we're like, Steam sale, 15 games for $20. Let's do this. It's crazy. So I'm trying to like, you know, I'm not going to play every single game, and I'm definitely not going to beat every single game. Like, I'm just going to give them at least a 15-minute try. I'm treating my unplayed Steam library the way Zach treats Indie Saturday or Sunday, or it's Indie Saturday now, right? Yeah. That's how I'm treating it. So if 15 minutes in, I'm bored as fuck and I hate it, we're just not going to play it. Like, life is short. I just want to give it a chance. At least give most of them a fair chance, you know? Kel, thank you so much for signing the class. Keep the class alive, giving it his swings. Stay warm and wash your hands. I love you. Where is hard? Where is it difficult? They hurt me. It was a big event. We used to go to like midnight releases. Remember waiting in line at GameStop? I did that for Skyrim, for fuck's sake. I don't even think that was the last game I did it for. I did it for all the BioShock games except one. Because I didn't know BioShock existed. But yeah, it's interesting, and I feel like I have 549 games on Steam loads. Do you know how many? Just curious. I literally have over 300, I think it was 350 something. I think you can sort it by that, can't you? Because I did it on purpose, because I was like, I feel bad. This feels bad. There's a lot of good games in there that I've just untouched. And there's a lot of games in there that are doubles that I've absolutely already played. Like, I have BioShock 1, 2, and BioShock Infinite. I played all those on Xbox, but I have them in my Steam library because I probably got them on sale, some Steam sale, super cheap, so on and so forth. We might play them. They're amazing games. Honestly, I know them so well, I could probably beat them really fast, which is stupid. Hades 2, I will absolutely be purchasing. Are you joking?
Calm the bitch down.
Are you making yolk? Do you make yolk at me? This is the Bleachers song, by the way. Viata, I found out what you can do on Steam is I guess you make games invisible? Yeah? It's like, so that's what I've been doing through my game library, because I was getting so fucking annoyed scrolling past the same games over and over and over again that I was like, I've already tried it and I don't like it. Like, stop telling me this. You can, I don't know. I don't remember the wordage anymore, but you can right-click games and make them invisible. And then at any time, you can literally right-click and make invisible games visible again. But any game that you just are tired of seeing over and over while you're scrolling your library, you can make them invisible, and that's what I've been doing. But that's honestly a smart idea to make a game. It's honestly, I should make a list of games we play all year and just like rate them. Because we literally have beat 5. this year alone, which is kind of wild. I mean, they're not huge games, but they were pretty. I mean, Stray was pretty. They've all made me cry, for fuck's sake. But there's enough of them. Even just getting through, 20 of them is worth it. Honestly, because there's a lot. I have over 350 something games unplayed. That's not my Steam library. My Steam library is thousands. It's disgusting. But everybody has their hobby, right? Some people like horses. Hey, that's not too bad. Only 68 of my 459 games with no game time. Another 59 that have less than an hour. So even then, I mean, you're still doing better than I am. I think it's because I get addicted to a game, like Hades. Like, I just will play Hades over and over and over. I have 153 unplayed games. Yeah, that's not too bad, honestly, I don't think. And to be fair, like, if I really went through my unplayed games, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that, like, on Monday before RP or something. Like, go through them and eliminate the ones that I know I've played, like BioShock. I've played BioShock so many times. They're one of my favorite games ever, but I've definitely played them just to actually get a realistic number of games that are new to me, you know? Right, Vile, and that's the thing. Like, I have over 1,000 hours in Hades that could have been spread across my library easily, but I get very hyper-focused on a game, and I still love Hades. Like, bitch still in there. I started doing that, Kona. I never did that before. I think I had, like... I made a collection really recently when I fucked my hand up. That's how I learned to make collections. Someone taught me on stream how to make a collection. Is music a little loud? Thank you. I never know because they're different levels. Thank you very much. I learned how to make collections because I was trying to find if you try to sort your games and you're looking for point and click games, it's not like an automatic little box that comes up, but you can type it in and just make a collection by that. And I was like, oh my God, you can make a collection for literally anything. So the first one I made was point and click games for when I couldn't use good old stabby stab over here. But now I'm starting to do like horror, unplayed, meh games, games I'm addicted to, like Hades, things that I just don't, RimWorld, things that you just never stop playing. Shit like that. But it's really nice to make those collections. It's so much nicer because I feel like even going through my unplayed collection, I've scrolled past those games in my unplayed collection so many fucking times, my brain has almost half convinced me I've actually played them. And when I look at them and I'm like, how does that have zero playtime? I think it's just, I've scrolled past it a billion times. I've convinced myself I've played it, which is weird. So it's nice to, like, get it out. Like, look at none of that and just get it the fuck out of my head. The only game I played more than that is WoW. Total lifetime hours are around 7,000. Honestly, like, at least months before I stopped playing ESO, I finally got the balls to, add up how many hours I had across all my characters. The problem is, when you delete a tune in ESO, the hours from said tune are now gone as well, and I had previously deleted a few tunes that I had many hours on. But amidst the tunes I didn't delete, I had over 13,000 hours in ESO, which is grotesque, and I don't even know how that happens. And then Civ 5 and Hades have to be around the same. I don't know, Civ 5 though is across different platforms. Like, I have it on, iPad and shit, so yeah. I quite literally played The Elder Scrolls Online every single day, 8 hours a day for 5 years. And that was just streaming. So I actually played it probably around 10 to 12 hours every day. I mean, literally what would happen is I would get up in the morning, go down to the basement, or shower, do all my stuff. And in the basement where my computer was, I would just sit there and do like mascara or whatever and get ready for stream, listen to music. And I would log into ESO. And then, like, even if I wasn't actively doing anything in the game, like, you're usually standing around with friends on your mounts, like, doing weird shit, squatting on people, teabagging, whatever. And then I would stream the game all day, 8 hours a day. And then after stream, I would not log out of the game. I would just go upstairs, get a snack, come back downstairs, and then continue doing Battlegrounds with my friends until like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, at which time I would then maybe think about going to sleep. So I lived that game. It's how I've missed out on so many fucking games in the past, like, 10 years. I was just, like, ESO was like a lazy fallback. I feel like a lot of MMOs kind of kind of end up that way for me at least, because there's no effort involved. You know you have something to do. There's always something to do, whether it's gathering a resource for something, doing a daily writ, doing a daily dungeon. Like, there's a little flavor of anything to do in the game at any one time, even if it's just, like, housing or cosmetic shit. It's lazy. It's way more rewarding. I mean, I think one of the very, very first games I played, and I didn't, like, go, like, I'm quitting ESO. I just honestly, like, kind of got burnt out with it and just faded away a little bit, uninstalled it. It's been great. But I think one of the first big games I played when I got out of ESO was Mass Effect, and every single Mass Effect was already released. I think I played the remastered, didn't I? That's how long it took me to play Mass Effect, because I was so balled deep in ESO, I didn't even realize that these games existed. Like, I was like, what are PC games? Who's Shepard? I had no fucking idea. And now I like, my next tattoo is going to be a fucking Mass Effect tattoo. Like, that's how deeply that series fucking hit me in the ball sack. One of the best franchises of game. I don't even know. They're so amazing. Mass Effect ripped my heart open and stabbed it in the balls. I don't even know. So fucking good. But there's been so many beautiful games I played since then. Most recently, Stray, that ripped my heart out of my chest and I stomped on it, that, like, I never had a moment like that in ESO ever. I think I cried once, ever, from a story or anything like that in ESO in my life. You know, it was just kind of like, I think it was the difference between, like, living and surviving, you know? It was like, this is easy, versus, like, it's hard to shuffle through games to find a winner, but when you find a winner, fuck. It's like music, you know? There's so much out there, you can feel like you're drowning in the shit for a while. Like the Dagobah's demons around every corner. But when you get that winner, oh, it hits that nerve, and you're just like, why does the sound of this feel like magic in my soul? And it's worth every moment, right? Diablo games. I tried to get into Diablo games. Unfortunately, I think I got into it when my friends were getting... Oh, my light just changed out of nowhere. Oh, that's my signal that... That's my alarm. Stream's over, Katie. Chief Green, and I will never... I don't hate ESO. Honestly, I'm very, very glad that I kind of, like... I have to turn this down. I'm really happy I, like, faded out and stopped and, like, took a break, even though it's been, like, 4-year break. Took a break from the game when I did, because I didn't want to be one of those people that resented ESO, ever. I met so many fucking cool people and had so many good times, laughing hysterically at each other, like riding mounts, making our mounts hump each other, the weird sounds they make if you make them, like, you know, there's usually a button to make your horse, like, rear up. But if you have a lizard, it'll be like when it rears up, and they're hilarious. I mean, we would just do that for hours, laughing our fucking dicks off. I'll never regret any of it, and I'm glad I did what I did. And I'll probably go back to it someday, because there's so much fucking new content, and hopefully a new population in PvP land. Not completely new, but there were some people in there that deeply want me dead, and I just don't want to wake up to that kind of thing. Oh, Genova, I'm so fucking excited for you. I'm so excited for you. I have no idea what we're gonna make for dinner tonight, but I hope it's hot. It's just so cold. I need like soup in my belly. Marvel Heroes Omega, I have over 900 hours in. I fucking missed that game. What was that? Which one was that one? I feel like Zach played that one. I think Rock Band and Guitar. Oh, okay. See, and that's the thing. I played dumb amounts of Rock Band and Guitar Hero, but on other people's consoles, i.e. my ex, an ex, previous, an XX, an ex. Here, a few back. All of it. I didn't have any of my own shit at the time, but we used to go to, like, the midnight release of both of those types of games, and we would sit there and play them until, like, 4 in the morning until we beat every single song on Expert. It was disgusting. I was decent. I was okay at that game. It was wild. They were fun, though. I like them, and I love music. Like, I know people used to shite all over them, but who the fuck bought Rock Band and was like, or was it Rock Band? Guitar Hero? Rock Band and Guitar Hero, right? Yeah. Rock Smith is the one that actually teaches you how to play guitar. Sorry, my brain farted. Who the fuck buys, you know, Guitar Hero or Rock Band thinking, I'm going to learn legitimate guitar with this? Bitch, it's a video game. We're here to listen to music and have a fun time. Get the fuck out. Your argument is invalid. Nobody's buying it for that. Fuck you. I played WoW since the original alpha, and I don't want to talk about my total amount. I know. It took me a lot of balls to add up my ESO hours. I didn't want to know either. I get it. Because it's just like, Kel, be safe, I love you. It's just like, you look at that and you're like, oh my god, what could I have done? But I made so many cool friends, and my community grew. Like, we met cool people that to this day, even though I don't play ESO, are still my friends and still want to hang out. You know what I mean? It wasn't... I've never had the type of community or channel, in my opinion, that I'm aware of, where it's like I'm so game focused that people are literally only here because of the said game I'm playing. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I've ever done that. So usually people might find me because I'm playing a certain game, but usually people like to hang out because the community is awesome and we have dank conversations. Like that's honestly, I think why most people want to stick around, not because I've been so cool, so good at some particular game or whatever. I'm never going to be that person. Where I had, wait. There was one point in time long ago where I had WR for DKC on on SNES. That's amazing. That's dated. I also still have the record at a local arcade for Tetris. No shit, I love Tetris. To this day, Tetris is also crack. I can't keep Tetris around. You'll lose me. My brain gets locked into it. It's weird. Get it? Locked into it. I never got into the PvP with ESO, and I think that's why, even though I sunk a lot of hours into it with a friend of mine, I couldn't sustain it. PvP was very hard to break into because it's hard and people are OP. It was fun in under 50, and then the jump to normal PvP was, like, not fun. It was same. I didn't jump into it for the first 3-ish years that I played that game, that I streamed it. I only went into Imperial City if I had, like, a big, tough group that I could run with and I felt, like, safe with. I was terrified to go into Battlegrounds. I was so scared. Horrified. And I got to the point where it was like, if I can get good enough to just, like, I don't need to win. I don't need to survive. But if I can take them down with me, I'll be happy. And I just kept, like, tweaking little things and, you know, getting different gear that I'd be like, oh, like, that might, like, when someone hits you, you explode. Shit like that. Things that, like, I might still die, but they'll fucking come with me. Like, I'm a glass cannon or a walking bomb or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that was enough for me. But I can see where some people, like, you know, the point, there is a score at the end, and it shows everybody's fucking kill score, damage score, death count at the end. It's right there on the screen for everybody to see with your screen name right the fuck next to it. And I can see where that can get to people after a while. They'll be like, oh, I just am never winning. And I was like, I don't care. I took you down, and that was fun. You know what I mean? Rock Band's where you discovered Tool. Oh, I love that. That was the Marvel Diablo 2 game. Yes. Yep. I actually know a few people that were into that. Wait, there's a Tetris movie? Shut up. Like, for real? I found you because of Nocturne, but it took a while because I know. It's okay. It's normal for that to take a while. I wasn't a nice person. You did a really good job acting unlikable in the early part of that show. I'm going to be honest. I was nervous to be what I've now learned the term is the heel. However, once you, like, just fully commit to it and accept that everyone in the room hates you, it's really fun. I highly advise anyone take a heel role if you can. It's fun. It's fun. I mean, I'm glad that any of you, if you came from Table Stories Nocturne and you gave me a chance by coming to my channel and not thinking I was actually Emma, fucking Satan bless your soul. Thank you for giving me a chance, because a lot of people have come to my channel and waited minutes to be like, oh, thank fuck you're nothing like Emma. And I'm like, I mean, thank you, that's flattering, but also, oh, what? No, I hope nobody's like Emma. A bitch was a bitch. She was a straight up fucking cunt. She was not a nice person. I molded her after a lot of not nice people. I thought you were funny, you and BDO. Is it? Wait. Wait, did I see this? Before I watch it, is it real? Or am I being fucked with? I need a reference on this, because it seems like a fuckery. Hello, Jeff, my love. How are you? Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it native swings. Really? We don't know. It's real. Okay, I trust you. You're my bitches. We're gonna watch it. I trust you.
Tetris?
Why? YouTube usually doesn't fuck me in the ass like that. Maybe it's my fucking browser's being a douche. I don't know. Hold on. I just want to make the volume better. It's very loud for me, so is it hella loud for you? It's loud. That looks dope. Honestly, the first like couple seconds, it felt like Erica said, like purposefully cheese about Tetris. Like, it's poetry. Like, okay. However, if I put myself back in the time, I mean, games like that, I feel that way about games today that probably in 20 or 30 years, people will be like, Katie, Stray made you cry, but you couldn't even smell or feel the cat. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I kind of get it. If I put myself in the space and time where that was like, campy and truth, 100%, I still think it's going to be fucking campy. It feels campy as all fucking get out. But once it went beyond just being about Tetris, I'm more interested. Like, it went into, like, the Game Boy and shit like that. I love watching documentaries as well. Documentaries or, like, little biopics and shit like that about the history of video game stuff. Because we're kind of a baby industry. Like, history of it is just coming out. Like, it was... I mean, when did the first, like, console come out? Was it Atari was the first one? Or is that the game? Sorry, I'm an idiot. What was the very first console? Do you know what year it came out? Like, for the general consumer to buy? It was the 80s, right? I want to say late 80s, but man, I was born in the late 80s. This is what I've read. Was it 70s? No shit. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Game Boy was 89, 1977. Was Atari 77? See, and that's a bit ago, but that's not, I mean, that's only 10 years older than me. Literally, that's only 10 years older than me. That's not that long ago. We don't have a history yet. So when they come out with cool stuff like that, it's like, I don't know where else to find it. It's really fun. I don't think I've seen this. Hold on. The documentary you asked about. Double Fine. What's it about, Fatal? I've watched a few documentaries on video game stuff. I'll write it down anyways, and I'll check it out. Double Fine. Hold on. I'm always looking for cool stuff like that. I think it's really interesting because it's basically the history of our world, our hobbies. Like, our hobbies, our jobs, whatever. Whether you're a dev or a streamer or whatever you do, it is the history of what we love, and it's kind of cool to learn about, actually. As opposed to just, like, Dungeons and Dragons with Satan. I'm over that. That's just done. I'm done. Hold on. Double Fine. That's what it was. I don't know if I've seen it. I'll ask Zach. Zach's memory is way better than me. He remembers everything we watch. And we always watch that stuff together because, obviously. Taylor and I'm older than Katie. No, I mean, come on. What is age? I turned 35 in like a week. It's fine. We're not going to talk about it. 77, I guess. Yeah, that's not that old. Magnavox Odyssey. Oh, what about, well, I don't know if this came before or after Atari, but you enter a dark cave. What do? Step forward. There is nothing. What was that game called? It's like, I want to say Gorg, but it's not Gorg. That's someone in our community. Zork. When did Zork come out? Was that before or after? I don't remember. Man, my dad worked at a dump, and if things were still in perfect order that people threw away because consumers are disgusting, he'd bring them home for us, i.e. I had a really nice snowboard. But we had Zork because of that, so I have no idea what year that came out. I played Pong in the basement TV. Oh, I love that. I love those memories. I wish my mom was so anti that shit. The games that made us is amazing. I love those. And the movies that made us, all of them. They're great. They're so interesting. Thank you. Thank you. You have your dad's old Atari? That's really cool, dude. You should, do a shadow box with that or something. Just to keep it from getting dusty and oxygen exposed, Because that literally is a piece of our history. To be super corny about it, you know what I mean? Without that, we wouldn't be friends. And that's sad. To bring it down to, the brassest of tacks. If that fucking little stick didn't exist, we wouldn't be friends. And that's sad and weird to think about. Friends. I would be very alone. I wouldn't have Zach. I would not. I mean, honestly, it's very weird if you think about, where my life, if I just sit and think where my life would have been had no one made this fucking stick. Shit. It's very weird. It's kind of cool. I love that stuff. We actually like Zach has almost every like system, you know, besides some of the ancient ones. And we have some doubles because people have like sent him the system with a game if it's like CD-ROM-a-thon or something like that. And I want to do that. I want to make like cool shadow boxes where they're, you know, mounted really nicely but protected behind like a UV glass or whatever because they're cool. I mean, I know that's really lame to maybe someone who's not into games, but I feel like you guys understand that. Like it's cool to me to see where shit's come from, you know? I still very, very clearly remember playing just Mario. That fucking boxy ass motherfucker shit with the you couldn't go backwards. And now it's like we bitch about like clipping through a wall and, you know, God of War. It's like, what spoiled little cunts we are, am I right? God damn, we need to put in our fucking place. That's what I'm saying. I think my favorite game that I remember, because again, I did not have games when I was super young. My mom's really anti-games. I didn't get them until she married my stepdad. All my brothers had the games. Goldeneye. Goldeneye on 64. I played the fucking shit out of Goldeneye and Wave Race. I had all the records on our Wave Race game, and my brothers hated it, so they deleted my fucking save files after a while. The fucking cunts. Bastards! That was great. I never had a Game Boy. I literally, I think the very first portable gaming system I ever had, aside from a laptop, like laptops excluded, was a DS. I got for myself. I never had a Game Boy or anything like that. I had friends that had them, and they were awesome, though. Oh my god, you have a Power Glove. Oh, that is really cool, though. See, I think those are really cool antiques. Am I lame for thinking those things are neat? That's a piece of our history. And also, if you've seen The Wizard, the epic scene with the Power Glove is like one of the most cheesy, fucking like cringy butthole scenes of our history. I love it so much. It's the worst and it's the best. Ugh, I love it. Really, we had the consoles, but they were always kept like in my brother's rooms. They were like in a special place. Like I had to like barter with my brothers to get to play them. Sometimes I'd steal them. Goldeneye was great. Goldeneye was such an accessible game. I think it was like the first game I ever played with like shooty shit in it. Piata, cheers, love. Oh my god, you paid money for the bad ET game. We definitely had some terrible games. We had like some movie games. I don't even know though. My brothers were like rough and tumble boys, man. They didn't have sentimentality towards objects. So when they beat a game, they'd oftentimes like light the cartridge on fire or throw it away or give it to a friend. I don't know. We had a lot of weird shit. They were destructive boys. I love the Power Glove. It's so bad. No. The look on that fucking kid's face. So I can't even do it. He has those poochy, my lips are too dry. He has those poochy fucking like 80s surfer boy lips. Ugh. I love The Wizard. That is such a classic movie. I tell my nephew he has no appreciation for games like I do because I lived through the entire industry. So the graphics today blow my freaking mind. Same. I feel like I'm almost too easily pleased by graphics these days. Like, some people will watch trailers and be like, the graphics are kind of meh, and I'm like, really? Because I couldn't tell that wasn't a real person. I don't know. I feel like I'm overtly impressed by graphics. Like, even in movies and stuff, some of the CGI is just mind-blowing. In just the new God of War, some of the fucking shit I saw Zach doing in that game, his skin had pores. Like, it's legitimately insanely realistic. And every time I see it to myself, I think, like, I didn't know we'd come this far. Like, where was the jump? Because I feel like Donkey Kong was yesterday. Like, I remember going to my Aunt Ethel's house at Christmas and playing Donkey Kong in the den. Wasn't that last Christmas? No? It wasn't? Fuck. Oh, that was 20 years ago? Sick. Not even. Was that 30? No, let's not talk about it. You know what? That's for another day. We can reminisce about our horrible ages another day. Cheers. Nameless. Correct me if I'm wrong, but GoldenEye had like a stealth option, didn't it, to kill people? Or to incapacitate them? Because I have used that game as an excuse as to how fucking addicted I am to stealth games the rest of my life. Like, every time I played Skyrim, I was like, better get a bow and learn to sneak. And I would just sneak until I was 100 sneaks. What's next Friday? I have no idea. Faded Friday? I don't know. Shut up. Oh. Oh. I didn't know until today. It's the channel's anniversary. For real. Channel's been around 9 years in a week from tomorrow. That's wild, actually. Like, real talk. What the fuck? That's wild. I know. I've never celebrated. I never know. It feels so weird because it's like none of you are actually here physically with me to actually celebrate. So I feel like I'm just like sitting here by myself celebrating something that is definitely not just my achievement. So like it feels weird, but damn. Is it 8 or 9 years? Fuck, I never know. It's been a bit. I don't know. The years go by so quickly, and especially COVID years. Do they even count? Pretty sure next Friday's Friday. Maybe. How are you, Sean? I turned 44 the other day. How does that feel? How does that feel? My golden birthday was lame. I turned 33 on 3/3. Nothing happened. Time for the channel to learn its multiplication tables. Did we? I mean, I honestly don't know when my channel. I never remember how long. I know when I started, like, I started my account in August of 2014, and I technically started streaming in that time, but I was like, going live with no picture, just like figuring out sound stuff. I had to get a mic, I had to get a mod mic, all this stuff. I officially started streaming, like I actually had my face and audio and a game on March 3rd-ish, 2015. Yeah? So that'd be 8 years, right? I don't know. It's been too many years now. Like, at first you're like, it's been 3 years, but at this point I'm just like, it's years. I don't know. It's been a lot of years. I have 78-month subs coming through. Those are the ones that scare me. Other than that, I don't know. It's just wild. Same though, Sean, same. Is the mini split working a bit better? No. It just, like, errors because it's frozen. I don't know what to do. I went and got a space heater from Lowe's so my animals won't die. And great as Nate's follow age is exactly how long it's been since I was in Thailand. Wow. Remember when we got back from Thailand and we were like, we're going to go back next year for the festival in November, yeah? And actually meet up for the lights, yeah? And then someone decided to eat a bat or something. Help. I just died in your arms tonight. So, Scott, basically what it does is if you put it on any temperature over 70 degrees for heat, the fan flap drops completely open and then it just does nothing. And we just assume because it's frozen. I don't know. I don't want to fuck with it. Technology is not my thing. Time is fucking fucky. Fucking fucky fucky. Time is a weird soup and I hate it. It's a people soup. Time is the hot tub of the world. No, Young Liz has stupid thought story. My dad I love Young Liz's. They're not stupid. They're fucking hilarious. I've literally almost farted reading them, which is miraculous. My dad got us knockoff games. As a kid, I genuinely thought he got a Sims 1 house party from the black market. Shut up. I got a black market copy of Harry Potter once. Another story, another day. And my understanding of the black market as a kid was like some market in London with limbs and organs, and apparently my dad and a Sims house party CD-ROM. What? I'm gonna be honest. It kind of checks out. Fuck, that's beautiful. Fuck. Well, Nightless, that was the thing. I started streaming, like, I literally watched a stream and was like, I can do better than that, and then tried to do streaming, so I didn't understand anything. I didn't have a mod for, like, a year. I didn't understand what mods were. And then, thank fuck, an actual Twitch staff person popped into my channel while I was playing Skyrim one day and witnessed me arguing with who represented themselves as a skinhead in my channel. I'm not joking. This was literally the first couple weeks of my channel were me and one other person in my chat, and I would play Skyrim, and their name was like Skinhead something. And they were like, they were very, very logically trying to explain to me why the white race was superior. And I would sit there and try to logically explain to them how that's bullshit and they're stupid all day. That's all I did when I first got this shit going. When I was first like testing this shit, it was ridiculous. And then a Twitch staff person came through and was like, "Do you want to help me? Do you want me to build you a bot real quick for your channel until you can mod people?" I'm like, "What are those?" We all start somewhere. I started a mess, and I will fucking end a mess. But hopefully not. I mean, thank fuck I have mods here now who can help me shoo skinheads and white supremacists before we even need to have a conversation like that, because that's not worth having. What the fuck? Weird. Weird times. Oh, look at me now! I mean, thankfully I have a lot of help. To be honest, I have a lot of help. You guys, honestly, I think deter a lot of that shit just in, like, being yourselves and being really active chat. That tends to deter very creepy people. But yeah, I love you guys. If you're heading off, I'm going to be ending in tears pretty soon too, because Zach's probably hungry. I had a song. I'm going to play a music video while I find someone awesome to raid or whatever. Somewhere chill to send you guys. But this song is so fucking beautiful, I swear to fuck. If you have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to listen to a young man acoustically singing along to a guitar in a grain silo who unfortunately took his life, I highly advise you to stick around for a second. Because it's beautiful. The song, the voice, will melt your heart. But I'll be here in the morning. Tomorrow, because I have a space heater, we're good. It's actually, I got one of those, it's like it's not, I got like a mid-grade space heater, but it's got a feature where you can set the temperature. So I can leave it on out here. And it's got a tip over feature. I listened to all y'all on the tweets this morning saying the like tip over pedal. So if the dogs knock it over, it turns off. It definitely has that. Don't worry. But it has like a little screen and I can set the temperature so I can leave it on out here. Make sure my animals aren't going to die. We should be good to go first thing in the morning. Hopefully pray. Or whatever, hail Satan, burn a fucking effigy. I don't fucking know. Time is people soup. I like that. It's a good way to look at it. One less cheers, absolutely. Acapella Metallica, yes. I need a burp. Hold on. Nope, just kidding. Cheers. I'm Kat. She's one of my favorite adorable gremlins in the world. Let's do that. I hadn't even looked. I appreciate the suggestion. Boom. Is she trash canning it today? Oh, raids. Please pull up. Don't worry. I'm not just going to leave you in the dark. But that should have pulled her up. Bitch. That's why we get along. I very much understand and feel very akin to other chaos demons of this world. Y'all know I'm possessed. I think Kat might actually be the one who possesses. Not 100% sure. But yeah, that's where we're going to go. But if you have a couple minutes, this song is gorgeous. Seriously, like, I wouldn't debate you. It's one of the prettiest things I've ever heard in my entire life. And then I'm going to raid into Kat. However, oh my god, what will Katie do to celebrate 9 years? Watch clips with the community, play games, tell stories, or all of the above. Hold on. I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and we're going to do that first thing in the fucking morning because I got to go make dinner. I got to go, like, entice Zach to cook for me because I don't cook. Hold on. I'm going to remember that. Jesus Christ. I just brain farted really hard. It's fine. Nope, I keep. Many marijuanas will absolutely be in the celebration. And honestly, like, I feel like we should do it on a weekend day. Is that a dumb thing? Just as a last thing, like, we can talk about this tomorrow. I'll make a note, talk about celebrating, because I've never done it. Maybe we can do a charity. Because that's fun. Like, make me and Zach eat bugs or something. That'd be fun. I'll have to look into if there's any cool. If you have a reputable, trustworthy charity that you think deserves some attention, toss it at me in my DMs. Because that'd be fun. I love doing stuff like that. Odious. Oh, we're going to raid into I'm Cat. Literally, it's IMKATT. So, that's what she's... If you don't know I'm Cat, oh my god. Odious. Bitch. You will fall in love. A fellow chaos gremlin. Demon, however you want to put it. A creature of the dark. Seriously, one of my favorite humans. She's fucking hilarious. Yes. You will enjoy. Oh, absolutely. Okay. You're familiar. I was going to say, I'd be shocked if you weren't. She's fantastic. Okay. Song. Thank you, Glut. Thank you. If y'all can't follow in raids because you're on mobile or something like that, that's I'm Cat. Seriously, highly suggest at least a follow if you guys are taking off for the night. I understand. I know it's late. I'm not normally on this late. Give her a follow and check them out. They're not a regretful follow. You will have a good time and you will laugh. Pint size at 100% chaos. I could not have said it better myself. You know how we were talking about like the biscuits in a can that you have to like smack on the edge of a counter, get it to pop open? Like the human version. Like if she smacked on a counter, you just don't know, like, you don't know what would be inside. Cinnamon rolls? Maybe. Chaos demons? We don't know. We don't fucking know. But it would be fun. Or the end of the world. You know what I mean? But do not smack cat on a counter. Is breakable. I'm 6 feet tall and was broken on a counter. Like, let's not throw around the tiny ones on counters, yeah? Put them in your backpack with consent if you must. But yeah, let's not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if the wind blew her over, she might like, pop, and we just don't know. She's great. She's like a cracker. I love it. I love her. She's wonderful. You'll love her. Anyways, song raid. I love you, and I'll see you in the morning. Mobile.